Okay. Shalom.
Shalom.
We GMS Az Camp out here in Phoenix, Arizona. First, we want to give us all praise, glory, and honor. It's to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash. Of course, we want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that have taught us the truth and rule well. We want to say shalom to the Akwath and Akim out there. We also want to say shalom to the speckled bird. Even though you may look like the heathen, but you are not the heathen, we want to give y'all brothers a shalom. So we already know that the time is coming that Esau's kingdom is going to come to an end.
That's right.
You know, this place is about to burn. Even though Esau thinks he's going to continue in his wickedness and whatnot. But you're going to see through these scriptures that the end is coming for him. His rulership is about to come to an end of an age. But the first scripture I actually want to get, let me get that Psalms 47 and 11, because he thinks that it's, you know, that he's going to continue to do his thing. And there's going to be a change coming soon.
Psalms 47.
Which
verse?
It is Psalms 47 11. Is anywhere still right? 49. Okay, Psalms 49 and 11.
Yeah. This is Psalms 49 and 11, and it says, their inward thought is that their houses.
Yeah, start up on that. Go ahead.
Come on.
That's good.
Psalms 49. I'll start at verse 8, and it says for the redemption of their soul is precious, and it ceaseth forever, that he should still live forever and not see corruption. It says for he seeth that wise men die. Likewise, the fool and the brutish person perish and leave their wealth to others. It says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and that their.
So, you know, you sit back and think, well, this is Esau thinking that his rulership is going to last forever. You know, it's the same thing as his generation's wealth. It goes to the next, and he keeps thinking that it's going to continue to keep on building and keep on going. Go ahead.
It says, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call, it says they call their lands, after their own names.
Yeah, and this is what Esau has done. Esau is going back into it. Esau is the wicked. He has spread all over the place, and guess what he does? He always names everything under himself or after himself. So this devil thinks he's just going to constantly rule and constantly conquer. But we're going to go into scripture to show that tyrant's about to come down. See if you're going to get me. Let me see. I think it was
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 4, and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Did you hear that? That all the proud shall be stubble, the wicked shall be burnt up. So the time of judgment is coming. What do you think is coming also? World War III. Did you forget about that? That's not going to just stay over there. What is that? Out there in Russia and going on. What's that place? Ukraine. It's going to go even further. It's about to hit all nations. It's about to be a bonfire in this place pretty soon. You know?
Going on.
Hey, bro, because you have Russia, man. You know, they're constantly, you know, putting out that, you know, that threat now to push the button, man. Okay, to put out a fucking nuke, man. Okay. You know this. They throw slander, you know, towards America, saying that, saying that this place is the only place to have dropped, a nuke, on a country. But hey, bro, but they're about to do it too, man. You know, because they're sick of this place, America, backing up that shit that's going on, in Ukraine, man. Hey, bro, they have their limits, man, to where the Lord can put it in the spirit of Putin to press that fucking button, man.
Yep. And remember, it ain't just Putin, because you got to understand something. All these other nations, what do you got? Afghanistan, Korea, China. You got all these countries that are looking at America. They're at that point where they tired of this place. So what do you think they gonna do? You know, they gonna rise up. They gonna link up with Putin, and it's gonna be a missile fire. You know, but we go a little further with this. Let me get Jeremiah. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Finishing on this verse, Malachi 4:1, it says, "And that day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of armies, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch."
It's not going to leave you root or branch. That is a nuclear fire. We all know, we've all seen a movie. Let's go to Terminator. We've seen what happened to Sarah Connor. When that nuke goes off, it burns everything. It liquefies everything. Concrete, dirt, people, steel, all of it gone.
And if I could say, man, you know, if you got a family tree and you take out the root, then that means that family's done, man.
Completely
You
done.
see? So this shows you the what's in store for Esau Edom, man. You can't have a kingdom of righteousness while you have the base of man even in existence, man. There's gonna come a point where Esau is gonna be done. There ain't gonna be no building up of Esau anymore, man. Not a piece of root left to bring forth any type of living substance, man.
Gone.
God, bro.
All right. So, you know, if you're going back into this too, I want to get another scripture because, you know, you also got to think, why is this place going to be destroyed? This place has nothing but wickedness. It's gotten to the nose of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He's taking notice about this place. He's really looking at it and knowing that time is coming. Let me get that Revelations 18 verse 5 about the shop.
From the book of Revelation, chapter 18, and verse 5, and it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Verse 6, it says to reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which it says, in the cup which she hath filled to her double.
So it's going back into this. The sin of this place has reached up to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what this place is like? This place is like Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? It burned. This is exactly how Babylon, aka America, is. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is letting you know once again that this place is about to be destroyed. You know? Let's go. Let me see what else.
There's more.
Oh, go ahead.
Verse 7, and it says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
And this place has lived very deliciously. You think about it. This place is greedy. This place has been took slaves. This place has took from all other countries, have robbed all other countries of their resources and everything. Took everything, stripped everything from all these other nations too. So you got.
No,
So you gotta understand, these other nations are they mad too. This is why, once again, when I'm talking about when they all group up, who they looking at? They looking at Babylon. They looking at Esau Edom. Because at this point, he can't hide himself. They see this devil for what he is, and they definitely seeing him now for what's about to happen. For all of the dollar, all the things that's about to come.
Hey, there's a scripture that calls this devil, man, the hammer of the whole earth. Okay, because he goes through all these countries, you know, and you know, and takes what he wants. But if they refuse, man, you know, then he brings hell upon them, man. Because this place has the power to ruin, to put their their economies to ruin by putting sanctions on people, man. You know, so they take, so they do a bunch of war tactics, you know, and then put their soldiers up in there just to take the resources, man. You know, it's all for greedy gain, man. You know, these devils are very, very greedy, man, because here it is that they have all nations and tongues, you know, that's their land. Okay, they have a big ass piece of land. Okay, this place America that they stole.
Yep.
Okay, that they fucking stole.
They did.
All right. So a whole ass, you know, country, and they just go give other people help for no reason, man.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, going into that, let me get that Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yeah, go ahead and get that Habakkuk 2 and 5. You know, because this goes into this devil. Because at the end of the day, we showing what this devil is about. We are out in Jeremiah 49 and 10. He's not going to be able to hide himself.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. Yeah, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
Hold on. And you notice, Esau is the proudest of them all. Think about it, what is he? Proud to be American. Oh, you know, he's the best of the best. He's the eagle. He ain't scared of nothing. He flies and soars high. He's everything.
Go ahead. Going on. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death.
Now you see that? He enlarges his desire as hell and is as death. Mean what? He's everywhere. All he worry about is slaughtering and killing. This man is not satisfied with blood. All he wants is to kill and destroy. Go on.
And that other piece, what did it say, man? It said, neither keepeth he at home. Brother was just saying, though, he goes into these different countries and gets involved in all everything that's going on. Really, because what he's doing is he's taking control of it, man. You see, he's receiving the fruit and the riches from those lands, man. Going on, it says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
And he's about to really heap up to all more people now for what he's about his next agenda, the MOTB. You know, Revelation 13, 16, and 17.
Hey, bro, but that's why this place is so confusing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you can look at a country, and, you know, and say, oh, you know, that's where the Chinese dwell, you know, or that's where, you know, that's where the Russians dwell, you know. So typically, man, you can look at a country and say that a particular people dwell there, but this place here, man, you have all types of people, you know. So therefore, man, you have all types of ways here, you know. You got all, you know, all different types of gods being worshipped. You got Satan being worshipped, man. Okay, you have people who, you know, who are literally Satanists here, man. Okay, so then you get all different types of opinions, man. You know, you got all these people who are on a different, you know, type of wavelength of thinking, man. So, you know, so and people, you know, people go to people for advice and shit like that, and so they're getting all these different types of opinions. Hey, well, this place is confusion, man. You know, and so that's why this place is called Babylon, because Babylon means confusion, man. To Babel, man. Okay, this place is confusing as hell, man. It's like, well, who dwells there really? You know, who runs that land? You know, because if you go into one city, bro, you know, or it's lucky, man.
It's okay, take your time.
You know, so if you go to that street, you know, blacks rule that, you know, and so, you know, on the next street you got the Chinese, you know, that's kind of like their hood, you know, and so it's all just messed up, man.
It's all confusion. You know, this Babylon, aka America, is upside down. You know, there ain't.
Hey, but it shows you know that the Lord is about division and not all coming together, because everyone wants everyone to be joined together. Hey, bro, that's not the Lord's thought process, man.
Not at all.
You know, this is John 10 and 10, and it says, "The thief cometh not, but for to kill," or it's like it says, "but for to steal and to kill and to destroy." So that's what the thief does, man. This guy is a fucking thief, man. Esau, Edom, man. Okay, the self-proclaimed white man. You know who has stolen everything, man. You know, who has stolen our heritage, man. Okay, hey, bro, he puts himself up to be God, man, to be the Son of God, to be the prophets of the past, man, to be everyone great in history. He puts himself up to be as, man. Okay, it says,
who else fits these prophecies, man? Who else fits the embodiment of what these words are saying to describe this character, man? This character of Esau. You see, Most High put a virus to rule over us in these last days, man. And that's why you see the earth in the condition that it's in, because the base of man is ruling over it, man. You see, just like any other thing, if you get a fish tank and you want a self-sustaining ecosystem, then you're gonna need a balance within there, man. You're gonna need your algae eaters, right? You're gonna need your predators. You're gonna need everything to work in order to cause that fish tank to flourish, man. That's the same thing with the earth. The Heavenly Father created an order on this earth and created the lawgivers, man. The Israelites. He created the enemy, the Edomite, blessed him with the sword. You see, and now you see him ruling over the whole world as it would be prophesied, man.
Huh.
Yeah, I got it. This is from the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4. And it says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. It says,
see, and where he said they'll build the desolate places. That scripture earlier, what did it say? Micah 4:1, that it will leave him neither root nor branch. So there's going to be a final ending to this devil, man.
Yep.
Even though he's building back up.
Yep.
It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build. You've seen a lot of building around here, right?
Constantly.
They're building a whole other fucking tower over there and shit.
Yep. You see the cranes back there.
Yep. It says, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against Yahweh has indignation forever.
Exactly, say that. They are building. And you hear what it says? An indignation forever. They warn people.
Righteous anger.
Righteous anger. So it's letting you know, Yahweh is letting them just build up their case, let them build up their case. So the time come of judgment, it's going to be a hell of a judgment.
Hey, and that's righteously so, man, because this devil does the same thing against us.
Yep.
He won't go and get you for some simple, petty theft crime for the most part, man. A lot of the times he'll let you, especially if they got a close eye on you, they'll let you build yourself up to where you've stolen an amount of something to where they could hit you for a felony, man, and hit you, for an even harsher judgment.
Yeah. This is Job 21, and this is verse 29. Actually, I'll start at verse 28. It says for ye say, where is the house of the prince, and where are the dwelling places of the wicked? Have ye not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens? That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. So that's the back of on the brother's point, man, saying that basically, man, the Lord, He's allowing these devils to build up, man, okay, to really get up, all the way up on that high horse, man, he's basically, he's letting this place get to its very, very peak height.
Knock it down.
Because when he brings it down, bro, it's gonna be the greatest crash, man. Okay.
Understanding this, anytime this is another Pharaoh, this devil, Esau, Edom. It is what it is, and you know what happened in Egypt. You know what happened. So
what did that do, man? That proved his power before the whole world.
And that's what he's about to do again. And a lot of you out there, we hear you. Oh man, this is not his name. Oh, we want Jesus to come back, but that's not his name. His name is Yahweh Shai. But y'all are begging for him to come back. So we're gonna get to a few scriptures too. What's gonna happen since you're begging for him to come back? You said you was holding.
Hey, brother, the scriptures say, what's that one that says? I'll hold it on deck, but it says.
Amos 5:18, woe unto you that have desires of the Lord. That's where it's going to go. We're going to go there too.
This is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So just showing you, man, that what? tender and delicate nation that has not been touched is going to be visited before the world, man. And that's going to strike fear within the entire earth before the power of the Heavenly Father, man.
And also, you know, that time is coming. You also, like we're saying too about World War III. Do y'all realize that we're in the city of unwalled villages? My brother can give me that, letting you know that, you know what? Hey, war's gonna come to these streets too. It's about to get real nasty out here, and get real bad before Yahweh Shah shows up. Before the missiles come. You have it.
Yeah, I'm getting it right now. It's Ezekiel 38 and 11. Let me see if I can start with the verse. Ezekiel 38 and verse 10, and it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, it shall also come to pass that at the last time, at the same time shall things come into mind, come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
The land of unwalled villages here, Babylon, aka America. You think about it, because America thinks and feels that they're so powerful that, you know, oh, we ain't got nothing to worry. We're high on the hill. Also, what do you think about? Look at the military. The military spread thin. If you remember what happened in Rome too, military spread thin. What happens? It's easy for an enemy to come sneak in through the back door. It is what it is.
It says, I will go to them that are at rest.
Ezekiel
38 and 11.
38 and 11.
It says, I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely. All of them. It says, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil, to take a it says to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have it says which have gotten cattle and goods, that dwell in the midst of the land.
Okay. So let's go back into this. So you sit back and think, what goes on in Babylon? What are people doing today? We watch people just walking around. Nobody has a care in the world. People on their phones, on TikTok, enjoying their life, not having a care in the world. And the time's gonna come when these people gonna come in, these militaries and all these things that's gonna happen. Matter of fact, it's gonna probably be your own military. For all the things that's going on in this place and all the mixed up the nations coming in this place, it's gonna be easy for them to come and take. Do y'all?
Grab that one that says leopards shall watch over the cities.
A leopard shall watch over the cities.
That goes in with what brother said.
So, you know, going back into it, like I said, y'all are at ease. I mean, it's many scriptures that go into you women out here. What's gonna happen? The scriptures even say it being ravaged. I mean, do y'all remember what happened? I see, what was that in Germany? Oh, you can get it? Germany. What happened in Germany when the military came in? What do you think is gonna happen when it happens here in America? Huh? When they come in, they ain't gonna care. They shooting everybody, killing everybody, stomping out family members, babies and all. Not gonna have, it's gonna have a blank face. Not gonna care. Women being ravaged. It's about to get real bad. Go ahead.
So Jeremiah 5 and 6, it says, wherefore, a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evenings shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities. It says every one that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces.
Hey, that leopard goes into the Roman Empire, man. Because Alexander the Great used to wear a leopard head, man. So that goes into that military might. So this, like what the brother was saying, man, this place is gonna crumble, but before that, even your own military is gonna be against you, man. They're already setting up so many laws and shit to give them the right to come into your houses and take whatever they want.
Yep.
Man, you got the whole tongues, man.
Oh my goodness. Hold on, y'all. Round start shaking, y'all. Just hold on.
Fucking hippos are coming out, man.
But But you know, these things are what is about to come. You know, these things are the things that are coming down upon Babylon, aka America. You know, as the brother saying, you know, y'all have to understand something. Martial law is coming too. When martial law steps in, and what does that mean? That the military has the right to tell you what you can and can't do. As the brother said, it's going to the point where they're going to just be booting indoors and they're going to do what they want to do. You know?
Hey, well, you know, it says that in 2nd Ezra 15th chapter,
Yep.
it says that they shall go into the, or it says that they shall desire to go into the city, but shall not be able. You know, why is that, man? Because the military is going to have places locked down, man.
Yep.
Okay? Hey, well, they're going to be on street corners, man. You know? Hey, well, these soldiers are going to become fucking active, man.
Very active, and like I said earlier, they're gonna have a blank stare on them. They're not gonna care. They're not gonna plead. They're not gonna care. They're not gonna care if a woman is out with her child. The tanks ain't gonna stop rolling. It was just like that man. What's that place again? Yo, I want to keep saying all right. Ukraine. When them tanks were coming, and that man was just casually walking, the tank looked at him, rolled right over his behind. You know, they just don't care. That's what's coming here to Babylon, aka America. While y'all sitting all comfortable on TikTok, on Facebook, you know, on Instagram, having your good ass time. What's about to come up? What's about to come up on y'all? Death and destruction. Matter of fact, can you give me 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 15 and I want things at 15 and 16. I want because this is coming too. Famine's coming. There's many things coming.
2nd Ezra 15, it's 16.
Start at 15.
And 15. I'll start at 14.
Okay.
It shows you too how the economy is clearly tied to the downfall and destruction of the system, and what's going to usher in that mark of the beast.
That's
right? Because that's what's going to bring in that saving grace of setting up that new system, because this one has crashed. So it's going to lead that'll bring forth what? Famine. That's going to bring forth invading one another's houses. That's going to bring forth that every man for himself state of mind. And if you don't have the hedge of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, then it's over for you, man. Because this is the time of the grace period being over. It's not like, you know, some random thing, finally stuff caught up with you, man. You know, everything's going to be breaking for you, man. The Most High's judgment is going to finally take place.
Hey, well, it says that the foundations of Egypt shall be smitten. You know, so all the foundation, man, so all the basic things in this place, man, you know, it's all going to be smitten, man, with plague and punishment.
And that's the thing that...
Real quick, you just had a couple companies that's starting to shut down too, like Amazon is getting rid of one of their facilities, which is going to lay off about 300 people. America have about 180 million plus people working right now, but that number is beginning to dwindle. See, this place needs productivity. It needs people to work. It needs that money to circulate. But what's happening with inflation being at 8.0 to 8.2%, you know, you have a lot of people, instead of spending money, you know, buying, you know, a bunch of shoes and clothes and shit like that, they're putting that money to the side.
Yep.
And you need that money to circulate in the economy. And as long as people keep saving, they're going to keep printing. And if they keep printing, that's going to cause more than inflation, right? And it's also going to devalue the dollar. That's why, you know, instead of Russia wanting to trade with the U.S. for oil and rubies, they're looking for gold, because gold is becoming it's going to become one of the major currencies in the world again. You know, there's gold and silver and land and cattle and shit. That's, you know, the Lord's money. And they know it's the Lord's money. This is why Russia is saying, hey, you know, the only way we're giving you oil is by a way of gold. And there was an article that just went out that the oil prices, the gas prices might shoot to $7 in different states. And then you already got people, you know, struggling already. You just have what minimum wage go up, what, $13.85, $13.87 or some shit like that. Well, guess what? The cost of living went up with it. So it's like, how is it a fair game? So it just goes to show you that no matter how you people think things might get better, it's only getting worse. Look, America just needs to lose a few million people from working, keep a few million people from working. This place gonna go to shit, man.
Real fast.
That's why you got Amazon, Elon Musk. It was another company too. I forget what it was that just about to close up a lot of their farms and shit like that. I think it was what was it? It's a clothing store. I forget what it's called, but a lot of these small town mom and pop stores are closing up too. You know, they can't make it. It's not a lot of people going and buying their food, going and buying their clothes and shit like that. And guess what? What's really keeping this economy running is the smaller companies, man. But when you got smaller companies, they tried to slow down on some big companies to try to get a lot of their employees to be unemployed, to try to keep a lot of small businesses going, but it's becoming very difficult. But, you know, that's all prophecy. Hey, can I get one? Let me get Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease.
And let me get the book of John chapter 9.
Because they are few.
Because they are few. So it goes to show you, prophecy states that the grinding shall cease because they are few. So because you're going to have less and less people working, then why keep open this business? This business is not going to be having enough workers. That's why it's crazy to me that employers are still acting the way they act. They still, you know, oh, fuck you, you know, we'll fire you and hire somebody else. But how are you going to do that when you're going to have more and more people not wanting to work? So that was just another article that went out that's saying over 300 people in these companies are looking for other jobs. Well, I think it was more than that, but 300 plus some people are looking for other jobs. You know, people are getting fed up with having to live like this. You got people working at McDonald's, In-N-Out Burger, you know, Starbucks, and then you got people coming up to them giving them attitudes. So you had a Jake on YouTube, he was being recorded and he told the customer, fuck you, I don't give a fuck about this job. I'm not making enough money here. He was like, I'll throw this shit at you and walk out this bitch. But that's how it's getting, is that you got a lot of these cats that's not giving a fuck about their jobs anymore because they not getting paid enough to be there anyway. You know, how are you getting paid minimum wage or $15 an hour? They need to do something about that.
Yeah, boy.
How you getting paid how you getting paid minimum wage to $15 an hour and then expect to be paying for a studio, which now a studio is damn near costs as much as a one-bedroom apartment
13.
or even 2.
Yeah.
So a lot of shit like for people like that, it's getting worse for them. Or what about people going to college? How you gonna spend a majority of your time in college and have to work an 8-hour job 5 days a week? And you got to spare time for college. You got to spare time. You can only work part-time and go to college. But if you can't do that, then how you going to provide for yourself? That's why a lot of these people, they're looking for their parents to help them. You know, can I come back and move in with you so I can go to college and try to make it out of college? So you could get on YouTube all day and listen to all these guys talk about working out and making a lot of money, but the society is crumbling right below your feet, right up under your feet, man. You got that? So let me get that John.
This is from the book of John, chapter 9 and verse 4. And it says, and these are the works of Yahushua. And it says, I must work the works of him that sent me.
Right, who sent Yahushua? Right? He didn't send himself. Yahweh sent Yahushua to do his will, to do his bidding. Right? Go ahead.
It says, while it is day, and it says the night cometh when no man can work.
Right, so the night cometh when no man can work, man. And we're inching closer and closer to that point in time, man. Whether if they're talking about more pandemics, what if they're talking about laying off more people and closing up more businesses. I mean, when these gas prices go up and then you got diesel going up again, what do you think a lot of these construction sites are going to do? What do you think a lot of these diesel companies going to do? When diesel, when it went up to close to about $6 not that long ago, you had small diesel companies shut down, complaining about not being able to pay for the diesel. And the guys that's owning diesels and doing contract work, they was spending at a point damn near $1,200 to fill up their tanks. They was saying, look, man, this is probably my last rodeo, man. So you got the blood of America is going to be put to a stop because of situations like that. Or what about farms, man? You know, these farmers not being able to get enough water to even farm, man, and to grow their crops because, you know, they just put out another article about not being able to do some development. I forget where it was, but not being able to do some development because they lacking on water. Yeah, I know it's here. I just don't know the specific place.
Maricopa.
Is it Maricopa? It's somewhere, man. I don't have the specific place though, but I'll look at the message board because I put it on there. But they don't have enough water for the construction because shit, you need water for the cement, you need water for the dirt. You know how much water they got to put on dirt to keep it soft so they can use the tractors to keep moving that dirt around?
Got clay soil here.
Yep.
That shit get as hard as concrete.
So hell yeah, shit. Remember my backyard?
Hey,
My backyard was hard as rocks, man. Fucking out there trying to chisel that shit and get it up, man. That dirt felt like concrete, man.
hey, bro. Plus, there's laws that are put out by the city that
Let me get section.
Yeah, I'm holding
you know,
it.
to where you know, to where if you're doing a job site like the jobs, the big ass job sites right now, TSMC and Intel, you know, that's big pieces of land. You know, you have to spray to put down the water to control the dust, man.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a dust control act. So all that water just being sprayed on the ground and shit, man. Bro, they got big ass things of water on site, man, just pulling it just to spray dirt every day.
When you have like residential sites and shit, you know, they get complaints from customers. I mean, they get complaints from neighbors, and neighbors can, if they complain, they can actually get some money out of that, man. That's why they have to be careful at job sites. That's why if you notice, they say if there's dust complaints, this is a number on the side of the damn gate, man. You know, so they try to prevent that shit. That's why they sitting out there be spraying the dirt all goddamn day.
Yeah, but they got the trucks out there too.
Trucks, white trucks.
Oh yeah, them damn trucks going
out the
through
back.
spraying it out.
This construction in Arizona, it's causing a lot of people, especially the older people, to be sick, especially the ones that never lived here. You know, that dust. Arizona has a thing called valley fever. My dog got hit by that shit, man. That's what took me. You know, that valley fever is basically like a mold that comes from the dust here that gets into your lungs. That shit's with you for the rest of your life.
And you would think, you know, with situations like that taking place, that they will stop construction completely besides, you know, dealing with the streets and the pipes and shit. But instead, they're still doing construction. They're still building these big-ass high-rises. They're still building houses. They're still building, you know, more roads. They're still doing projects and more developments. And guess what? You know, you got people moving here but not even able to afford it because at one point, you know, Arizona was, you know, affordable, and now it's becoming too expensive to live out here because you got people moving from New York, Chicago, and California straight to Arizona, man.
Texas.
And that's why they're trying to get up so many of these projects and do so many of these buildings. You go to fucking Goodyear, you go to Avondale, you go to Buckeye,
Santan.
you go to where is that? Like down the Shea Boulevard and shit like that. And they're still building newer houses out there, man.
Surprise.
They're still building newer houses, surprise, right? Which is fucking up a lot of people, man. Because a lot of the houses that they're building are not affordable, man. You're building houses for people that's making $200,000-$300,000 a year, and the majority of people in the world ain't even making that much, man.
They got a lot of fuck.
The majority of people in the world is making close to about $35,000 to $50,000 a year, man. So how are you building houses that's not affordable for the people that's making that amount of money? So you're gonna build houses and not be able to sell them, motherfuckers, man. That's why if you notice, some of these houses are actually going up for rent, man. They're actually putting up rental signs for some of these houses that they're building because nobody's moving in them or nobody's buying them, man. But even if when you have people that's renting out these houses are going for $2,200 to $2,300 a month, man. And then they want you to deal with the landscape. They want you to deal with the problems that come with the house. That's why a lot of times you don't have people moving into these houses or renting them out. They would rather rent out some high-rise type of shit like this and pay $2,600 a month, and then let the apartment manager and maintenance deal with the problems, man. So now you're gonna have a lot of these home investors, these people losing money, millions of dollars for houses that's not going anywhere.
And also, when you go into this too, if you think about it too, all this building they have here, what do you need to survive? Water. You run out of water, what happens? You die. You know, you sit back and think about it, they building all this stuff, like the brother said, they building houses and they building all this stuff, but people are occupied. That's something about Arizona. Arizona is not getting enough water here.
Arizona was a retirement state.
Like Florida.
It wasn't for people to move here and gather up as much as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
But now when you having everybody moving here, because it's not like they got signs at the airport saying you can't move to Arizona if you have more than 2 kids type shit, you know? Right? So, you know, you got a bunch of people moving here and they having kids, and now it's not becoming a retirement state. That's why they want to build, and the fucked up part is that the people that wants to retire and ready to retire, they're building apartments between other apartments where all these gang members and drug addicts are. And then you got people on retirement that got to move right in between these dumbass people, man.
And a lot of that retirement house in like Sun City here, they're lifting that age restriction in Sun City. You have to be, I think you have to be 65.
Yeah.
65.
They're lifting the age restriction, so it's pricing out all those older that no longer have the income or the body to be able to work to afford additional fees.
But you also shows this too with Esau Edom, how wicked he really is and how he builds and all the things that he's doing.
Hey, that's why a lot of you people that's in retirement, man, you're gonna have to come out of retirement at the age of 65 and go back to work. And then you know, they looking at you like what excuses that you have when you got somebody at the age of 75 still working, man.
Delivering pizzas and whatnot.
So now they gonna have a lot of you retirees come out of retirement, and you're gonna have to go back into that field, man. Just like a lot of these nurses that retired, a lot of these doctors that retired, the ass is about to get right back to work doing heart surgeries and shit.
And shaking Parkinson's. Still with the scalpel. Oops, I'm sorry. As that nigga go to sleep, oops, I'm sorry.
Hey, you supposed to have a straight cut. You supposed to have a straight cut down the stomach. You supposed to have a straight cut down the stomach. That shit's.
You got a whole zigzag and shit. Look like
bro, she looks
somebody.
like a heart rate monitor.
That's recap.
Nah, bro, she looks like a heart rate monitor and shit.
What the hell's going on? Yeah, but it let you know how messed up it really is. Like I said earlier, man, this is Esau's kingdom, and you see what Esau's doing. Wickedness on top of wickedness. If you go back to Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, and he's doing exactly what he's doing. Wickedness. You know, ain't no justice here. The brother wanted to still bring out, I was going to get it anyway, with that 2 Ezra 6. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
So hey, that's what's coming to it. A lot of these stores pretty soon is gonna have boarded up windows and doors, man. Because they're gonna start shutting down more and more stores. You know, if people not spending money, then how you gonna keep your business open, man? Because a lot of these people, either way, it's not like they like going to Payless and shit. They like going to more expensive places so they can get something that's name brand, which makes no goddamn sense because the shit is still made out of cotton and polyester. Makes no goddamn sense. Go ahead,
And it says, verse 23, and the trumpet shall give a sound.
Right, the trumpet, when the trumpet get off the sound, the trumpet is made for what? For warning. Right, it's made to give out a warning, man. When they beat the drums, it's made to get out a warning. Right? What are they giving out a warning for? A warning could be of a war ending, or to sound the trumpets could be given out an assembly of people, gathering together. Go ahead.
When every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid.
So you're gonna be afraid in that day, man. When that alarm went off in Hawaii, people were afraid, man, because they thought there was their attack on the rise, man. People freaked the hell out, man. What are you gonna do when that shit happens to America, man? When they get on your phones and your TVs and shit, and they send out a warning. That annoying ass beep sound, man. That's when you people are gonna start becoming afraid, man. Go ahead.
At that time shall friends fight one against another.
Right, man. So the whole BFF bullshit is gonna come to a stop. Shit, a lot of that's coming to a stop now, man. Because a lot of these people are having sex with their best friend, cousins, and brothers and sisters and shit. So they breaking up the BFFs, right? They still all stealing from each other and shit, right? Go ahead.
Like enemies.
Like enemies, man. You gonna become like enemies, man. All that best friend shit is gonna go out the window, man. Right? Go ahead.
And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein.
Right, because hey, when they started getting real chaotic out here, you people are not gonna know what to do because you people don't get prepared for shit. The only time when you start driving shit is when it happens at the last minute. Right. It's when it's on your ABC News, your CNN, or your televised vision, man. That's when you people start reacting. Just like when the C-19 hit, you people started grabbing a bunch of toilet paper the minute they had that shit all over the news, man. Right? You started to grab water bottles and shit the minute they had all that shit over the news. But it's been a warning. The shit was spreading everywhere, man. What made you think that it wasn't going to come to the U.S.? Go ahead.
And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Hey, right, because the water is going to be shut off here, man. Right? The water is going to be shut off because they're going to try to conserve water. Right? I mean, what do you do once it started getting to that point? You got to conserve, which means you got to start telling people, you got to start cutting people water off. Hey, look, y'all got this amount of water to use for this month. If you run out, that's it. You don't get no more. And a lot of you people, a lot of people don't depend on water now. A lot of you don't depend on water, man. A lot of you go and you drink soda, right? A lot of you drinking some type of lemonade or some shit like that. But the minute you find out the water is really gonna need to be rationed, that's when you people gonna start getting crazy for the water.
Yeah, like toilet paper.
But guess what? A lot of that shit is already mixed with water anyway, man. Yep. How do you think they make soda? How do you think they make orange juice and all this other shit, man? Right? It ain't like a lot of times they giving you the original orange juice shit anyway. A lot of this shit got to be mixed in with water, and the ones that run out, they're gonna substitute that shit for something that's not gonna be good for you, man. Go ahead.
Hey, bro, I saw this. It was a restaurant at first, Coca-Cola, the old-fashioned way, and so what they would do is they would put the carbonated water first, and then put the syrup. Well, hey, bro, it's the water, man. That's first. So that's like the main ingredient, for it to be a soda, But it's a syrup to be mixed with the water.
And you think about that rationing that water too, it's gonna be so bad to the point where you're gonna be just drinking a cap of water a day, and that might be it.
Hey, just imagine when it becomes hard for you women to take showers, man.
Ooh, y'all don't stink.
Just imagine that, man. You bitches be stinky already. You spend half a day outside, you go in the house, you smell like a fish and shit.
Yep.
Smell like a damn fish out of water, man. So just imagine when you gotta ration water and you're not able to take a shower, man. If you do take a shower, it's gonna be for a minute, maybe a minute. You might get a minute out of it.
Like on the take it. He saves up those little towelettes.
Oh,
like
yeah. Baby
wipes. A handful of those and start
washing it.
Yeah.
That's a good thing for a man because it's easy for us to wash up.
Yep.
It's just difficult for you.
Female, yep. We hit the hot spot. All right, let's go.
Right. Hey, a man can wash up in cold water, man.
So can.
We can take showers in cold water. You bitches need hot water. You need anything that's possible to kill off that bacteria, man. And then think about, and it really stinks because of how many men you have dealt with, and because of all the food that you eating that's making you unhealthy anyway, man. Go ahead.
It's gonna seep through your pores. This is 2 Corinthians 6:25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee.
Right, and the only ones that's gonna remain is the remnant, man. Right? Zechariah, 13:8, and Revelations the 7th chapter, which is the elect. Go ahead.
Shall escape and see my salvation.
Right? So a lot of you people, you're not gonna see the salvation of the Most High. Right? You singing all these songs, you going to your Sunday church, but that's not what's gonna save you, man. A lot of you people believe that in Jesus Christ you are already saved. Yeah, we'll see. When this time really comes, we'll see if you really saved or not, man. But a lot of you Christians who claim that you have faith today, a lot of you are going to lose your faith. A lot of you are going to resort to the MOTB. A lot of you are going to resort to casting that so-called faith right out the window when you really find out it's going to get real hard out here, man. See, a lot of you Christians think that you're really strong, but you're going to fold the fuck up once you see that God ain't with you, man.
Hey, bro, these churches, man. Hey, bro, I bet, that these churches, bro, they will promote the shit, man.
Yep.
Hey, bro, I bet they're going to promote it, man.
Go ahead.
And it says, and the end of your world, and the man...
Right, and the end of your world, which is the end of an age, man. Right? It's going to be the end of this age. Go ahead.
It's Matthew 15 and verse 7. It says, "Ye hypocrites, while did Isaiah prophesy you, saying, This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me, but in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines and commandments of men."
Hey, remember we had those two couples, them two Edomite-looking couples that came up, and she said she was already saved. And when I gave her ass Jeremiah 8:20, she had nothing else to say. The only one that was speaking after that was her husband, man. She was stuck because she couldn't believe that something like that was actually in the scriptures, right? But he himself was sitting there talking about Jesus saved me already. Nah, man,
you ain't saved.
See, you ain't saved, man. See, if somebody went to rob your ass, he'll rob your ass.
Yep.
Right? If somebody wanted to take you out, let's just say you in the car next to a person that they're aiming for, and your ass to be gunned down right next to him, man. You ain't saved from shit, man. You still gotta pay rent. You still gotta pay bills, a mortgage or some shit. You still gotta pay a car note. You still got all these goddamn bills. You could lose your job at any moment, right? So you ain't saved from shit. You still have to go through all this shit that's dealing with this world today, man. Go ahead.
Hey, bro, the scriptures say that the righteous shall scarcely be saved.
Right? Go ahead.
And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth. And the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed, and turned unto another meaning. For evil shall be poured out, and deceit shall be quenched.
Right.
As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared.
And it's being declared, man. The truth is going out. But you people can't handle the truth, right? Isn't that what Andrew Tate say?
You can't handle the truth.
Andrew Tate say you women can't handle the truth. Well, this is the truth, man. The truth of the matter is that the Lord is about to bring a lot of death and destruction, man. Right? Go ahead.
And when he talked with me, behold, I looked by little and little.
People are disrespectful as hell, man.
Yep.
You know, them brothers are over there teaching you gonna get your dumb asses right behind the brothers, man. Like, how stupid can you fucking be? Like, all the places to go and shit. But this is the world we live in, man, where people are just so disrespectful.
Emotional, man. Now you gonna stand right there.
These fucking little bitches, bro. Go ahead. See, and the only thing that stops brothers from whooping their asses is police.
Yep.
That's the only thing that stops us from wanting to put our hands on people is police, man. Yep. Go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra 6:29. And when he talked with me, behold, I looked by little and little upon him before whom I stood. And these words said he unto me, I am come to show thee the time of the night to come. If thou wilt pray yet more and fast 7.
And the Lord is telling us the night is going to come. Mm-hmm. The Lord is telling us these things. You go into Matthew, the 24th chapter, the Lord is telling us the things that's going to take place that's on earth, man. Right? And you people aren't paying attention, man, but that's okay. Because when these things come, guess what? We did our job. We gave out that warning, right? A lot, look, plain and simple. You going back to 2 Ezra 6 and 22. I believe that's 2 Ezra 6 and 22. It says the multitude shall perish then, which was born in vain. Look, we gave you the warning. We telling you what's coming to the earth. We telling you that the Lord is visiting this place. The Lord is visiting this place with storms. I was watching a fucking video the other day, man. A tornado formed and fucking damn near wiped all that shit out. Wiped out houses, all that shit, man. Fucking porta potties. We talking about porta potties like 300 pounds. The wind took that shit all in. Hey man, the shit and piss was getting all over the place. And I was like, God damn, man.
That was great. Yeah, that was great.
That don't happen down here. And they're supposed to be getting hit with that tsunami or that typhoon pretty soon. And that shit that happens on the opposite side of the country.
Lord, thank you.
That's these things happen in diverse places, man. Earthquakes in diverse places. These storms that randomly happen.
The sins of the people in spite of them screwed it up. So now the ones that are fucking address
You can't put a storm in jail.
Everything that's happened is just leading to this place popping, man. Everything.
If thou wilt pray yet more and fast 7 days again, I shall tell thee greater things by day than I have heard.
Hey, so the Lord is going to tell us greater things, man. Right? Greater things to come. Hey, the greater things to come is Yahweh Shah coming, man.
That's right.
That's a greater thing to come, man. A greater thing to come is the Lord putting his people back in a position that they belong in, man. Right? The kingdom of heaven being on earth and give it back into Israel. These are the greater things to come, man. And these are the things that we patiently wait for, man. Though we have to deal with all this bullshit in the earth too, right? Right along with all these other people, we patiently waiting for all of this shit to come. So we could really yell out all praises and due to Yahweh Shema Shah. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have a better outlook for what's coming in the future. For thy voice is heard before.
Hey, because at the end of the day, yeah, you know, you could grab your survival kits, your survival bags, and your bug out bags and all that shit, but that's not enough, man. That's not enough that's gonna protect you or save you. Nope. Hey, because look, you could gather all that shit up, you could put it in your car or some shit like that. Something pop off, but you could be 200 miles away from it. Then what? Then what you gonna have? You better have faith. Because if you don't have faith in Yahweh Shema Shah, then you're gonna be fucked out here, just like all the rest of these people. And people, man, you know, they even beginning to stop believing in Jesus Christ more and more, man. People are starting to not believe in Jesus Christ more and more.
Hey, that's why you see these people cleaving under stones and witchcraft now, man.
Yeah.
You see a lot of people like that because they see some type of power, right, or energy within that, and they don't see that within this plantation Christianity, man. But what they fail to realize is there's a head over all power, man.
Yep.
Right? The power that both kills and makes alive, which this is going to be the time. If you do not have that power, ain't no stone going to save you, man.
All right, go ahead.
Hey,
For thy voice is heard.
Hey, you know what? Somebody could take that stone and throw that shit on that building. Hey, like the Lord said, man, you know, cannot be broken, right? Is that which is made by hands? Can it speak? Can it live? Can it eat? Can it walk? Can it walk? Somebody can come up and just kick your God, right? Yeah. Just kick that shit.
You see what they happened in India when they got that flood? They
Hey,
were carrying
they was carrying the Virgin Mary and shit.
Wow.
That shit fell, cracked all over the place, man.
They just stepped over it.
And that's all in the scriptures, man. Hey, Solomon spoke of that, man.
Killed our God.
Hey, you killed
shit on your God and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, you killed the Virgin Mary, man. Hey, right. Hey, they be having the statues and shit outside.
You be getting mad as fuck if a bird shit on your car. Imagine that bird coming and shit on your God.
Your God.
Couldn't wipe his
Shit
face,
on your
could he?
God. Your God just got shitted on.
It's too high. It's too high to get up and clean that. You just gotta live with it.
Right, you gotta live with it.
He got crust up.
That little crusty white bird shit.
You gotta be, yeah, I worship the shit he got.
Hey,
That's what they do. That's what they do.
and every Sunday they walk up to that bitch with their knees down, worshiping a shitty God.
Yeah.
Ready? For thy voice is heard before the Most High.
Right, so our voices are being heard. So we're just not out here. We're just not out here in vain, man. We're not out here for nothing. Everything that's being spoken of is being heard, man. Right? Look, you could make a bunch of videos throughout the week. You can make a bunch of videos throughout the week and only get one view. But guess what? The Lord He still heard you, man. That's what the scripture just said. Right? So but ultimately, you shouldn't be worried about whether or not people are hearing you. You should be worried about just doing the work, man, because the Lord said do His will, man. And He said go ye out in the highways and hedges. So what you should be more worried about is that the Lord is hearing you speak His words, man. Go ahead.
who was that, Jeremiah or Ezekiel that said to prophesy to the wind?
Yeah, prophesy to the wind, right? Hey, because regardless of the fact, if you got many men out here speaking the same thing, then the viewers are hearing them, whether or not they hear you. Go ahead.
For the mighty has seen thy righteousness. Deep.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For thy voice is heard before the Most High.
Right.
For the mighty has seen thy righteous dealings. He has seen also thy chastity.
Look, the Lord have seen thy the Lord have seen your righteous dealings, brother. Shalom, Mark. Shalom. The Lord see your righteous dealings, Go ahead, all right.
Which thou hast had, even since thy youth.
Even since thy youth, man. Even since your youth, the Lord have seen that you are for him. Right? Go ahead.
And therefore hath he sent me to show thee all these things, and to say,
because now we see all these things happening. Right? We see the different storms taking place. Right? We see the famines, right, that's coming. We see unemployment happening. We see people getting riled up, right? We see these things happen. The scriptures talk about the horrors of the people, right? These are the things that the Lord has spoken to us by way of the scriptures, man, right? I mean, whether or not people here forbear, whether or not you believe or not, that's on you. Like the brother said, that's on you at the end of the day. So, but at least you heard it.
Yep.
At least you heard it, so there's no excuse. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go for the top. 2 Ezra 6:33. And therefore hath he sent me to shew thee all these things, and to say unto thee, be of good comfort, and fear not.
Be of good comfort and don't fear. Because look, I told you that these things was gonna happen. I told you what was gonna take place in the world. Right? So there's no reason for you to fear the things that's coming. Just believe and have faith in me, man. Right? Do my will and do my work, man. That's what the scriptures tell you, man. Then ye shall fear not. But these people, they're gonna fear, man. They're gonna fear because they truthfully, they don't believe, man. What they believe in the things of the world. They believe in their government, man. They believe in President Donald Trump. They believe in, President Biden, and maybe upcoming President Donald Trump again. Who knows? Right? These are who they believe in. These are who they want to serve. They want to believe that they'll be able to be fed by their government, man. Right? A lot of these people out here have mindsets as women, man. Go ahead.
And hasten not with the time, and hasten not with the times that are past.
Right. Look at all the times that's happening. You got war in Russia, right? You got war in Ukraine. You got rumors of war. You got NATO getting prepared. You got all these things taking place. Hey, do y'all know that there's a shortage of water in Arizona?
Yeah.
Shit out here.
Hey man, they got a lot of information going out. Yeah, hey look, you right about that. Yeah, I work at construction sites and they're slowing down on construction work because they do not have the material nor the water, man.
I know, it's bad.
Don't you know that's prophesied in the Bible?
Rich people are building like $1 million neighborhoods left and right.
Right,
Middle of nowhere,
right.
just taking it from the rest of them.
And they're building $1 billion houses out here in Arizona that nobody's moving in. Nobody's moving into these $1 billion houses.
You know, if you go to the outskirts, it's weird out there.
Yeah. And but look at what that's doing to the economy too.
I know. It's
Right?
There's too many people.
Power to the people, guys.
Bring back the plagues.
Education in the world.
Go ahead.
And hasten not with the times that are past to think vain things.
Right. So you people, you're hasten not to the times that's coming, man. But what you're thinking is vain things, man. You're thinking about partying and shit. You're thinking about clubbing. You're thinking about what's gonna keep you comfortable, right? Then they just celebrate New Year's, right? What's so new about it, man? A lot of you niggas is still in debt. Shit, brothers up here, we still in debt.
Yep.
So what's so new about it, man?
New year, old day.
New Year, same shit, right? New Year, same shit, man. Go ahead.
That thou mayest.
Hey, a new year, but your rent didn't go down.
So did.
Go ahead.
That thou mayest not hasten from the latter times. And it came to pass after this that I wept again and fasted 7 days in like manner.
Right. So the angel is speaking to Ezra about all these things that's going to take place in the future, man. Right? And Ezra was doing what? He was eating the herbs and fasting to keep in communication with the angels. You know, and this is why it's important to fast, man. because to keep you connected with Yahweh Shah, man. Or that shit gonna be severed, man. Your internet connection is gonna be severed, man. You didn't pay your monthly bill.
And he even his own friend tries to get him to break his fast right here.
Go ahead.
I might fulfill the 3 weeks which he told me. And in the eighth night was my heart vexed within me again, and I began to speak before the Most High. For my spirit was greatly set on fire, and my soul was in distress. And I said, O Lord, thou speakest from the beginning of the creation, even the first day, and saidest thus, let heaven and earth be made, and thy word was a perfect work.
Right, so all these things were said in the beginning. You could go into Isaiah 46:10, and the scriptures tell you for the end was declared from the beginning, man. So in the beginning of creation were all these things already ordained to happen, man. So everything that's happening, we're just living it out, man. We're just living out what the Lord already have put in there, man. That's it. We're just paying our part. And once that is finished, that's it, man. The kingdom is gonna come. And we're gonna rule. Go ahead.
And then was the spirit, and darkness and silence were on every side. The sound of man's voice was not yet formed. The commandest thou a fair light.
But hey, if you don't believe, you'll believe that men and animals and creation was made by the Big Bang Theory and shit. Go ahead.
To come forth of thy treasure, that thy work might appear.
Or you might believe in evolution and think that we came from monkeys and shit. They're still monkeys.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Upon the second day, thou madest, I'm saying that right? Yeah, madest the spirit of the firmament, and the commandest it to depart asunder, and to make a division betwixt the water, that the one part might go up, and the other remaineth beneath. Upon the third day thou didst command that the water should be gathered in the 7th part of the earth. 6 parts hast thou dried up, and kept them, to the intent that of these some begin planted of God until might serve thee.
Some being planted of God.
Some being planted of God until might serve thee. For as soon as thy word went forth, the work was made.
Hey, you hear that? As soon as the word of the Lord went forth, thy work was made, man. Hey, that's why when you go into what was that? Let me get Ezekiel 12 and 25. I believe that's Ezekiel 12 and 25.
Ezekiel 12 and 25, and it says for
So and to get a little bit more of an understanding on that, when the word of the Lord goes out, he have men fulfilling his duties. Have men fulfilling those duties. So when you go into like Genesis, the 1st chapter, where it talks about the earth being void, and then the earth was created, then you had the heavens created and everything like that. Those who created those things were Yahushua, the elect, and the angels, man. Right? You can go into Colossians 1 and 16 for that. Right? So that's just a little bit of understanding on there. Yahweh didn't step off his throne like Odin and shit, right? And just start forming everything, right? He had Yahushua and the angels do it for him. He's Yahweh. Why would the hell the Most High Yahweh have to move a finger to do anything? That doesn't make any sense. Look at this, man. When you go into a company, right, and you work that company and you get to a certain position, you don't have to move a finger, man. You can just have all your workers do that shit. That's why you got managers, district managers, and supervisors and shit like that, man. Right? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 12:25. It says, "For I am Yahweh." It says, "I will speak, and the word which I shall speak shall come to pass."
Right. So the words that the Lord shall speak, Yahweh shall speak, shall come to pass, man. Right? So the Lord said all these things was going to happen on earth, they're going to happen. And you got to understand something too, man, is that we look at time differently than the Most High. The Most High don't really look at time like that, man. Right? We're governed by time. The Lord, Yahweh Shai and the angels, they're not governed by time, man. Right? Time only exists to us. Right? If you go to this camera right now, you look at the camera, we're gonna look at the time to see when the battery's gonna run out. Right? If you when you go home and you waiting to go to work, you're looking at to see what time it's gonna be when you gotta go to work, right? So we're governed by time, but the Most High, Yahweh Shai, is not governed by time. Right.
Wow.
Right. What is a day to eternity, man? What is a day to an eternity, man? Hey, that shit wouldn't be nothing, man. If you could live forever, that shit wouldn't be nothing. You'd be like, what, 1,000 years? What the fuck is 1,000 years? What's that about? Wait, you say 2 million years.
You saw him make movies where like somebody would live forever. That nigga fucking the land meanders through life, not knowing what the fuck to do, never found a purpose for making it.
Right.
But the Lord isn't like that, man. The Lord is always building, always doing something. That's why he said he stretched it out to heaven for the church, right? And his works are uncertain.
Hey, well, I was gonna say that it says it's in Psalm 140 something, but it says he tells us the number of the stars, you know, and says and he calls them all by their names.
Yep.
Because guess what, man? He's the creator of them, man. You know, he put forth the powers to go and create those stars, man. Man, so hey, bro, order, man.
That's why
it's called
time,
order.
That's why times mean nothing to the Most High.
Hey, you got Esau selling stars.
Right.
Selling stars.
Yeah, he sells
Yeah, people
stars.
could buy them and name them after themselves.
Yeah, you can buy a star and name it.
They really put a money
But
on a star.
But these devils, it's all a racket because these devils will do that, right? And you'll never know if somebody bought the same shit.
Right. Right. How you gonna know who bought what star?
Put a price on a star, bro.
You're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's that one right there.
That's me right there. He's all like, nah, he bought that
Yeah.
one. Go ahead.
Come on, it shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith Yahweh power.
Go ahead,
This is Isaiah 55:11. It says, no, I started 10. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returning not thither, but watereth the earth and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So that's what the brother was saying. That's what happens, man. The Lord says anything is going to happen. He said all the hosts of heaven that like to do his will, man. So as soon as the Lord put his mind to it, he said that the devil's going to get put down. It's going to happen. He said you was going to go to captivity. You go fucking in captivity, man. That's why you got to fear the Lord.
See, and you people, and that's a perfect example of you people being governed by time, because you don't have patience to wait. You feel like, you know, that which should happen already, but it happens when the Lord deems it to happen, man. You know, who knows when it can happen? Look at how long it took Noah, right, to build that ark, and he prophesied 200 plus years, man. So whenever Yahweh Shai comes back, it is deemed by Yahweh. And who knows when that's gonna be, but we know it's gonna be soon, man.
Hey, bro.
Man.
Hey, bro, that's why you got the sayings in the world, man. That, you know, patience is key.
This is 2 Ezra 4:37. It says, by measure has he measured the time, and by number has he numbered the time, but he did not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
So only Yahweh knows when that time is gonna be. He knows the exact date and time when hell is gonna break loose on earth. Not even Yahweh Shai knows. Go ahead.
2 Ezra chapter 6 and 44. For immediately there was great and innumerable fruit, and many and diverse pleasures for the taste, and flowers unchangeable color, and odors of a wonderful smell. And this was done. And the third day, upon the fourth day, thou commandest that the sun should shine, and the moon give her light, and the stars should be in order. And gavest them a charge to do service unto man.
So if the Lord gave even the stars and the sun and the moon order, and they're here to perform their works, then what the fuck do you think everybody else is here for?
Yep.
Everybody else is here to do the work of the Lord, man.
Yep.
Whether your deeds are evil or whether they're good, you're still doing the work of the Most High Yahweh, man. Hey, the Lord said what? Proverbs 16:4. For I have created the wicked for the day of evil, man. The Lord created the wicked and He created the righteous, man. So you're only here to fulfill your objective, man.
That's it.
And if your objective, I watched this documentary. I just watched it for a little bit. It was too fucked up for me. But Esau, or whoever the fuck it was, will still take children and tie them up to a tree and do all sorts of madness to them, man. But guess what, man? The Lord set that man up to do that, man.
Yep.
Right?
For the what is this scripture?
You had this dude on the documentary. He was doing women trafficking and shit, sex trafficking and shit. But guess what? The Lord created the wicked for the day of evil, man. But that right there would be too hard for a Christian to understand.
And what is it? The man's going is of the Lord?
Yep. Proverbs 20 and 24. Go ahead.
This is
Yeah.
Colossians 1:15. It says, "Who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature? For by Him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers or things."
Hold up. He said powers.
Yep.
That's a cut on you, Harmon One. Go ahead.
It says, "All things were created by Him, before Him, and He is before all things."
Right. How the hell a Big Bang Theory, right, is going to create what you see today, man? You see different forms of people every day, man.
Yeah.
Different faces, different looks, different ways of walking, different personalities. Animals, man. Different animals and shit like that. Lions, alligators, to fucking turtles, man. You see all of this different shit in the world. You gonna tell me a Big Bang Theory created this shit? You're crazy as hell. It takes someone of great power and design, a mind, to create what you see today. How the hell do you create people with different faces, man?
By mistake.
It
By
doesn't
just coincidence.
just coincidence.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. A Big Bang Theory isn't going to create different people with different sizes, different faces, different hair textures,
Yeah.
different voices,
Yeah.
different eye colors. A Big Bang Theory is not going to do that. You need somebody that can design a person like that,
Even
man.
down to your fingertips, your prints on
even
your
down, hey,
fingers.
even down to people that have disabilities, man.
Yeah.
Go
Well,
ahead.
It's
Says-
exactly what it's called, man. A theory.
Yeah.
That's all it is a theory. That's why they can't tell you how or what caused this so said Big Bang, man. It takes a deeper faith in the flesh and Esau to believe in that than that, the creator of all energy created all life, man. It tells you that in the book of Sirach. He spoke all life into existence on a level of wisdom that we can't even begin to grasp, man.
And the crazy thing is, if Esau, for an example, because we know in the scriptures that Esau believed in the spiritual realm, because it even tell you that the devils believe, right? If Esau didn't believe in the spiritual realm, then why is there a bunch of fucking videos on YouTube about paranormal activities and shit? If he didn't believe in it that much, he'd take that shit down. It's not, he's doing it to all our videos. He's taking our videos down, and they're supposed to be the First Amendment, man, of freedom of speech. So a lot of you people, you don't fucking make any sense, man. You don't make any goddamn sense. It's just a bunch of goddamn nonsense out here for you people to believe in whatever the fuck y'all want to believe on. When even your damn elites believe in the Most High, man. Shit, they pray to the Most High.
Yeah.
Your Pope, all them motherfuckers, they pray to so-called black images, man. Being gods, man. Shit, all your anime cartoon characters, they were all black at one point, man. What's the guy that created that just died?
Stan Lee, man. All of Stan Lee images of cartoons were all black, man.
Yep.
They told him he couldn't put that shit on TV unless he made all the images look like so-called white people, man. You people wouldn't know shit about that either, man. Go ahead.
This is verse 17. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist.
By him, all things consist. The only reason why shit is still going on is because of the Most High, man. The only reason why people are still going on and the world is still going on is because of the Lord, man. Without the Lord, this shit wouldn't even exist. The Lord didn't have to create this shit. He didn't have to say, hey, I want y'all to go down there and make an Earth and a galaxy and planets. And he didn't have to do that, man. But he wanted to, right? Go ahead. But people put limiters on the Most High and shit. They put limit on. He can only do this. Nah, hell nah. He's the Most High.
Exactly.
How are you the Most High? How you all power and shit?
Somebody on earth.
You gotta tell you what you can and can't do.
Hey,
Please.
that's like Superman coming right now. You tell Superman what to do.
Hey, nigga, get down.
Hey, get your ass down here. I got something to say to you.
Mortal flesh, man.
Where was you?
People,
Hey, Superman, to wipe your ass out with a
Superman
pinky
come down, but
finger.
his eyes gonna be glowing.
Hey, right?
Yeah. Gonna mean business.
You're nothing but a goddamn worm, man. You're weak. You're pathetic, man.
He gonna come down and say, hey, is that you, General Zod?
Right? Zap your motherfucker.
I have flashbacks and shit.
Who the fuck are you to tell her? Who the fuck are you to put limiters on the Most High? The Lord got limiters and shit. He can only power up a little bit. The Lord can only go Super Saiyan 1.
Oh man. Oh no.
Go ahead, Alex.
So Isaiah 59:1, behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear. So that's the image the world tries to push, man, that the Heavenly Father's arms are shortened like he's got some kind of T-Rex syndrome and can't
Right.
deliver anybody, man.
Right?
You
Lord's
see?
like this all day.
Limiting his power, teach you what? Bring your own savior, man. That's basically what modern Christianity is, man. Some kind of yes man seminar. Make you feel good, man.
That's all it is.
Untempered water, in other words.
Put limiters on the Most High. Go ahead.
2 Ezra 6:47. Upon the 5th day thou said unto the 7th part, where the water were gathered, that it should bring forth living creatures, fowls, and fish.
How you gonna put limiters on someone on a power that could create different creatures, man? You gonna put limiters on a power, but your ass can die by a goddamn hornet. Your ass can die by a lion.
Die by the sun.
You could die by an alligator. You can die by a fucking black widow. But you gonna put limiters on a being that can't die by none of that shit. You people are bugged the hell out, man.
Really?
You crazy as hell, man. Right? You had that Crocodile Dundee, dumbass Edomite who got killed by a stingray. But y'all want to put limiters on the Most High.
Yeah,
You
y'all
crazy
can't
as hell.
You can't even explain the existence of him. His name is He Is. He just is. He has no beginning, he has no end. He just is. You can't even explain that.
You know what? If you can go heads up with a lion without getting one scratch, I'll call you God. I'll call you God.
He gonna be over
Hey, the minute he steps in that fight, the minute he steps in that fight, the minute he steps in that fight, it's gonna look like somebody chopped his ass up with a sword. Yeah. Hey. Oh, and you had a dude. He trains lions and shit.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit.
He trains lions, and he took a video of his back and his chest, and he was just playing with the lions and shit. And he grew up, fucking lion was playing with him, but it scratched his ass like no tomorrow, man. I was like, how the fuck can you just go back and play with the lions after that shit, man? So you not making it out of a lion fight without a goddamn bite or scratch. You gonna be fucked up before you make it out of that fight. You might not make it at all.
Yeah, you know when they used to make those little snowflakes with paper? When you build all the guns, it's gonna be you after.
That motherfucker gonna be in the
So you
hospital.
gonna float
fucked
your
up.
ass, got all type of
That motherfucker gonna be fucked up, man. A lion nails can scratch you as if a sword just sliced through you, man. Go ahead.
Continue fowls and fish. And so it came to pass, For the dumb water and without life brought forth living things, at the commandment of God, that all people might praise the wondrous works. Then didst thou ordain 2 living creatures, the one thou callest Enoch, and the other Leviathan. And didst separate the one from the other for the 7th part, namely where the water was gathered together, might not hold them both. Unto Enoch thou gavest 1 part, which was dried up the 3rd day, that he should dwell in the same part wherein are a 1,000 hills. But unto Leviathan thou gavest the 7th part, namely the moist, and hast kept him to be devoured from whom thou wilt.
Hey, y'all put limiters on the power, and y'all can't even go under the water. They claim that they only discovered 1% of the water, and barely not even that. That means you haven't discovered 99% of the ocean.
What's down there?
And not even that, you haven't even met Leviathan yet. You didn't sit down and have tea with Leviathan.
He coming though, he coming.
Go ahead.
Let me see. 53. Upon the 6th day thou gavest commandment unto the earth, that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creepy things. And after these, Adam also whom thou madest, Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Yeah, which is Israel. Isaiah 44:1. Go ahead.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are nothing, man. The Lord said you people are nothing. Look, you can come all day and bow your heads, but you're still nothing, man. You're just but a dog, man. You're nothing. Go ahead, grab your precept.
You
can go ahead.
2nd Ezra 4 and 2, and it says, and said, thy heart hath gone too far in this world, and thinkest thou to comprehend the way of the Most High. Right, so this is the angel talking to Ezra, man. And the angel's telling him that he's gone too far in this world, man. This world is what we've been conditioned to learn, man. Our minds have been put inside of the box, right? That's why they have that phrase, think outside the box, man. This devil has conquered us, right? He's rewritten our history, and what we know to and believe to be our history and our heritage is that which was given upon being colonized and enslaved, man. You see? So even in the time of Ezra, the angel was telling him that he's not going to comprehend what the ways of the Most High, because we're in this corruptible flesh, man. All right, we've been given enough for salvation, and that's it. You see, but that's why the Heavenly Father said Deuteronomy 4 and 6, that He was giving us the law, man. Yeah. So that's what we've been given, the knowledge of life, the knowledge of how to sustain life on this earth as the lawgivers of this planet, man.
And that's what makes us better than all of them.
Exactly. That's what makes us better than all these other nations, and that's what's going to lead order back in this earth, man.
Because the Lord didn't give any of the fucking heathen the mind to actually do the word of the Lord, man. That's why when you read the book of 2nd Ezra, it tells you that thou shalt find only that thy precepts are kept by Israel and not the heathen. Like y'all weren't given the spirit. That's why every kingdom that y'all set up, the heathen, especially Esau, all type of fucking crazy shit starts happening. Sacrificing the fucking the what is it called, the burning bull or whatever it was. The iron bull. The iron bull. Where the fuck did that happen in our laws? But that's what you heathen cook up.
That's why that Job 9 and 24 says what? He's covered the faces of the judges of this earth, man. He's covered true judgment, and he's ruled according to his own agenda, right? So the Heavenly Father's gonna straighten things back up, man. He's given what? The elect the knowledge of salvation to get there, man. That was it, brother.
So, I wanted to touch on the subject. Basically, Esau, right, with those so-called migrants that came up to New York. He's out there sitting there feeding them fucking spoiled and rotten food
and they came up on I think it's MSNBC or ABC or something like that. And they had the news report, and they were sitting there telling them like, yeah, our kids are getting fucking food poisoning all the time, so they don't like to eat the food. And they came out and said, you're wasting taxpayers' dollars by fucking not eating the food that we gave you. And they even told them it's not a matter of it sounds like it's a matter of taste. Well, you sitting there feeding us fucking rotten food, and Jake's that sat here and came up here. Hey, that's the problem with Issachar, man. I told it to a chick at work. I said, you suffer from Latin culture, man. Because y'all look at Esau like he's gonna fucking be your savior. Try me that one at Lamentation.
Man,
you know what I'm talking about?
The thing is too, is you niggas are gonna be hated more by these migrants. Because they put you niggas up as the forefront to say some shit like that.
Yep. And it's crazy too, because niggas don't even look at it like, yeah, the mayor of New York is a so-called Jake, is a Judite, but that nigga's ran by somebody. You can't fucking act like he ain't ran by nobody.
Yeah.
The fuck, where do you think he's getting his marching orders from? The first nigga mayor in New York, or he might be the second in New York, and you think he has the option to do whatever the fuck he wants? No, they're shuffling around money, man. And they're feeding them the spoiled food because what? They don't give a fuck about the Lord. They don't care about the Lord's people, which proves those ones, the so-called Latinos, are the Israelites too, man. Go ahead and get that, man.
This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 31. Miserable are they that afflict thee, and rejoice at thy fall.
Yeah, and this is what they do daily, man. They go down to the border. Hey, them Edomites over there in Texas go down to the border and just start shooting Jake to come across, man. They literally hunt Jake, the so-called Issacharites, or the so-called Mexicans who are Issacharites that come over. They'll sit here and snipe them in the desert and get off free with murder. How the fuck is that right, man? So the Lord said, miserable are they that receive thy children, man. Because what? You're going to be paid back for all this. Give me Amos 1:11. You're going to be paid back for all this. All the shit that you did to Israel, that's just going to be paid in full, man. And when we get in power, and we gotta feed y'all asses, right? We ain't gonna have fucking spoiled sweet potatoes to eat, man. You gonna have worse, man. You gonna have worse to eat, bro.
Hey, you got that? It comes to mind that Pirates of the Caribbean, where he's in the spirit world, and he's trying to eat. He's being tortured.
Yeah.
Because he's so hungry. He's trying to eat a peanut, man.
Yep.
It's one peanut, and he can't eat it no matter how hard he tries.
Yep.
That peanut keeps rolling away.
And that's what it's gonna be like in the kingdom for you devils, man. Shit, we might only feed you motherfuckers the hottest peppers in the world, man. Every shit you take is gonna be flames.
Ooh. You don't have a hot
ulcers,
ass.
ulcers, all that, man.
Hot ass.
Right? Because people will sit here and talk about the ghost pepper challenge. Man, hey, we're gonna be in the kingdom of heaven, able to sit here and make anything, man. That's why the scriptures tell you meditate terror, right? Go ahead and get that Amos.
Amos 1:11, and it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
Now, is it fucking mercy that you devils to sit here and feed Jake rotten food when y'all the ones that fucking messed up the country that they were in the first place? Grab that scripture, hold that one. Grab the one that says, you shall have judgment without mercy.
That's James 2:13.
But you showed no mercy.
James 2:13.
It says, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword.
Hey, and they're not only doing that on the border, they're doing that within South America with the cartel. Esau's the one that fucking runs that shit. Where the fuck do you think they get all the money for that stuff? Right? Where do you think they got the training at? In South America, everywhere around the world, this devil is sitting there pursuing us with the sword, man. And now he's doing it through medicine. Right? Keep going on.
It says, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra.
See, and that's what the Lord's gonna do. He's gonna destroy you devils, man. Know you're putting all this hell on Jake, right? Acting like it's okay for us to eat fucking spoiled, rotten food. Hey, the Lord's gonna reward you, man. There's another one. I think I got it written down. Go ahead and get that.
Hey, well, the scripture say in Galatians 6 and verse 7, man. Okay, it says, you know, it says, that which you soweth, you know, is also which thou shalt reap.
Yeah.
You know, so hey, man, so just like we brought out fucking earlier, I think it was Revelation 18, like verse 6, man. Okay, to where it says to reward him, you know, double, double according to her works, man.
Yeah.
So you are going to get it, you know, twice, twice as bad, man.
And we gonna get it twice as good for all the shit that we went through. The scriptures tell you that. It says, for all thy sorrow, that should have double.
Hey.
Right? So while you getting double for all the shit you did, we gonna get double for all the shit we went through, man. Right? Because it's gonna be a complete 180, bro. Complete 180, and we gonna be on top. We gonna be on fucking below. Right? Yep. Our kids, man, this little brother right here, man, he gonna be fucking y'all up. Yep. And the spirit, man, he's gonna have the power. He's gonna have the spirit of judgment on him. The laws are gonna be written in them, man. Hey, our kids are gonna be fucking terrorists to the devil. It's gonna be horrible.
Hey, Dad, watch this.
Yep. Just like that, man.
James 2 and 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that has showed no mercy.
Yeah, you got slews of people sitting there walking hundreds of miles to get across the border. Then it goes fucking hundreds of miles up to New York from the southern border. And you devils sit here and just feed them fucking rotten food and say, oh, you niggas need to stop complaining. You're wasting our money. Hey, man, the Lord's gonna fuck y'all devils up, man.
The crazy thing about that rotten food too. I was watching for Brother Pinarco or something I was seeing on TikTok where they were taking milk, your milk that you get at the grocery store. And when it goes spoiled, they take it back to the plant and they dump it all in the barrel and then they filter it and they'll give it right back to you, the spoiled milk.
Hey, they used to do that in the Victorian area. They used to put borax in the milk. It would kill the smell, but when the people drink it, it causes their spines to rot out.
Oh my goodness!
Damn. So like the poor people, that way they'd be able to get the milk. So as soon as the milk started going sour, they started putting borax in it. And they use Catholic fucking nuns to sit here and promote it, and then everybody's spine started rotting out. So people had scoliosis, bent over to their fucking spines started rotting out. These devils have got shit to pay for. They got shit to pay for, bro. A natural cleaning agent. These devils is like, yeah, let's give it to it. They knew what was happening. They didn't give a fuck. Just like now, they know what's happening with this whole, with the juicy juice, the House of Pain, the Capri Sun, right? The turkey baster, whatever you want to call it, man.
There's a lot of soldiers dying that have taken the fourth one.
Yep. So, hey, just because you wanted to get loose smoking, right? We got to come up with all these fucking terms, man. You know, Jay got to put salt on it.
They just started coming out with talking about how goldfish got a chemical in them that's actually plastic.
Wow.
So they're saying that this chemical is causing all kinds of people cancer, man. And you see, there are all these like low-end foods that Jacob buys, man.
Yep.
You see, that's why you don't all these whole foods. What do you see in there, man? Edomites, man. The brothers on the East Coast, they call it whole check, man. Because you go in there, you spend your whole damn check on some food. Yeah. You see? Because that's built up for Esau, man. Yep. That's why pork is the cheapest meat.
Yep. Hey, that's why you fucking devils are gonna get destroyed in the kingdom, man. Yep. It is gonna be part of the new worship for the Lord of us fucking you up daily, bro. Yep. Right?
We ain't gonna wait till our eyes pop open.
We wake up, we pray to the Lord, the water Yahweh now shot on this day. And we're gonna get right to work, bro. To work.
Just imagine like the Hanukkah, man.
Yep.
Right? Because that's a holiday, and remembering overcoming Esau, man. Yep. Oh man. Yep. We gonna be just taking Esau out by all their numbers. Yep. Every Edomite's gonna taste it at least probably 100 times each.
Yep. And we're gonna have the power to put your spirit back into that body, bro. Right? If you think about it, we're gonna deal by the law, man. The scriptures tell you you're not supposed to give anybody over 40 lashes, right? So every strike we hit you with is gonna feel like the whole 40 lash. We're gonna play within the law, man, but we're gonna make sure you feel it, man. One strike, 40, it's gonna feel like 40 lashes. And you got 39 more of the motherfuckers coming, bro. Right? Go ahead.
Baruch chapter 4 and 32. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. So, there we go. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall.
Yep. Hey, hasn't America been glad at the fall of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Man, they make a fucking holidays about this shit, man. Every year, these niggas are celebrating the 4th of July. Nigga, the 4th of July represented when these devils had free reign to do whatever the fuck they wanted to.
Oh, they got,
Don't you know in England, they so-called ended slavery in England before they ended it here. And them motherfuckers was coming over here, setting up shop, because they wanted slaves still, man. Right? What do you think they have all these like high-end quarters going back to the you know the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th centuries, man? It was all Esau coming over there from England, had the old money, came over here, set up shop too. Went over there in the fucking Bahamas, set up shop too. These devils are religiously fucking you up, and we're gonna religiously fuck you devils up. Yep.
Yeah, you see that in California. It's like the same two families rule all the governing systems out there, man. One of the brothers out there was going in on it.
Yeah.
Now it's the same two families. Yeah. They got all these different mayors for these spots, governors for, and they all are connected, man. The same families.
What's the one that's from here? She's from here. Old dusty bitch. I forgot her name. She's one of them. What's the governor for here? The old bitch. She was the Speaker of the House. Pelosi. Pelosi. She's that's one of the families in California. They're big. That's why the mayor of California now, that's why he got in. That's why they have all that money, because they sat there and made sure they made laws that all the work, all the construction work, all the building had to go through them. So this is how the devil rules. So we're in a time now where you devils are gonna have to pay for all this shit, man. Everything, man, because since you sit here and persecute us so much, the time's coming where the persecution's gonna have to flip on you devils, man. Right?
So shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
Yep.
For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude.
Yep, the Lord's going to take that away, the rejoicing, all the money, the wealth you've been able to build up, that shit's going to be stripped down from you, man. The scriptures tell you, according to his substance shall the restitution be. Right? According to everything you have, is everything you're going to have to fucking give up. It's going to be a holy run, that shit, nigga.
Yep.
That's it. That's what it's going to be. Bro, all of them glowing eyes, we gonna have glowing eyes looking down at you through the fucking holes that you dig for yourself. And while we rip you out of your fucking decadent nest, we gonna fucking put chains on you, man. That's it.
I remember when you had something popping off in England and they had all these fancy cars, taking the royal family somewhere. And I was vexed watching it, man, and the brother's like, hey, man, they're just escorting our slaves for us, man.
Yeah.
They're keeping them safe for us.
Yep. When we get you devils in the kingdom, man, we gonna fucking put them chains on you that you had on us. Yep. But they gonna weigh twice as much, right? Breaking down your fucking skin.
Fucking chains and shit.
Yep. Rust ass chains, man. Fucking up your skin, man.
Yep. What did you say, Kabash? One day he said, I'm gonna move all the clouds out the way.
Yeah.
Get all that, son. Get all that.
Get all that, son.
There's gonna be no rays being blocked. Hey,
eating grapes.
Yeah, bro, there's gonna be no chemicals in the air to block out the sun rays.
Yep.
You better eat them fucking rays, son.
Hey, the scriptures tell you the sun shall shine twice as bright.
Hey.
So it's gonna be hotter for you devils while you working in the field and your skin's turning into fucking leather.
Oil.
Yeah, bro, they're gonna walk like this.
Every night you're gonna have to scrape boils off your fucking flesh. Every night, man.
Has to pop them motherfuckers.
Yep.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
In the old world, when that shit happened, they would throw ash on it. Hey, you know that shit burned.
Yeah.
You know what? And when the morning comes, get your ass up. You got shit to do.
Yep.
What's going on?
33, okay, from the top. Baruch 4 and 33. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
Yeah.
For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting.
Yeah. What is the fire from the everlasting, man? The missiles, the fire from the chariots. The book of Exodus talks about the tempest, the blast of fire, right? All that shit is circling something. You're gonna have to get that fire from the Lord, man.
Yep.
Keep going.
Long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time.
Right? That goes in the book of Revelation where it tells you, and the great fire went up forever and ever, and the smoke went up forever and ever. That's that long to endure, right? Being inhabited of devils. That's talking about in the book of Isaiah when it tells you the only thing that you're going to be dwelling here is owls and doleful beasts.
Yep.
Right? This was coming, man. You drop that. Go to that. Obadiah.
Book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 10. And it says, for thy violence, select here. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Yep. For the violence against us, shame should cover you. And that's already happening, man. And when the Lord sits there and shows you exactly who we are, right, and you can't deny it anymore, that shame's gonna cover you. Hey, in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, man, we fools accounted his life to be with madness, right? You can grab that. Grab that. Amos 5 and Wisdom of Solomon 5. So like, you know where it's at? We fools accounted his life to be madness. You go ahead and look for that, man. But basically,
Got it.
Go ahead.
This is from the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 4. And it says, we fools accounted his life madness. It says, and his end to be without honor.
You see, so while they sat there and saw us on TV shooting each other, they put out all type of news articles, all type of shit to defame us, right? Like the scriptures say in the book of Psalms, man, they only consent to cast him down from his excellency, right? While he was doing all that, he was counting our life to be madness. Esau still thinks of Jake like a fucking wild beast. That's because a lot of niggas do act like wild beasts, you know? Right? But at the end of the day, Jake in his wildest fucking decrepit state is way better than you fucking devils. Right? The scriptures tell you all Israel's gonna be righteous.
You know what I hate about people is that I was watching this video where this dude said he was like, everybody enslaved everybody. You had everybody in slavery, blah blah blah, and all that bullshit. And I put on a comment board, I said that was a slavery. I said slavery was not done like it was done unto blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Yep.
I said, yeah, you know, nations had nations into slavery. I said, but that was all due to work ethic.
Yeah.
They wanted to put people to work. That's what they did. I'm like, but the so-called white man, he didn't just do that. He didn't just put us to work, man. He was eating us.
Yep.
He was boiling our children.
Yep.
You know, he was feeding us to alligators. He was doing some foul-ass shit.
Cutting limbs,
What I don't understand is he was doing experiment shit. He had, just like a farm, he had black people on hooks by their thumbs, hanging by their thumbs on hooks, man. And then you know what he'll do? He'll whoop you until your flesh was just open and you was bleeding all over. Then he will put season on your fucking body.
Yep.
And then he would eat your ass, man. So you ain't about to sit here and tell me that slavery was like the slavery that was done unto black Hispanics and Native Americans. When I put that shit on the comment board, he ain't say shit, man. Because what can you say? You can't say that other nations were done like unto our people.
No, they weren't.
You can't say that because they weren't.
Yo.
Hey, bro, what they did to Jake was way worse. You know, it was
Shit,
basically the step above slavery, man.
The woman, they wanted to test the tolerance that the black woman had, so they would cut the black woman open to see how much pain tolerance that she had, and they found out that the black woman had more tolerance for pain than the other women of other nations.
Yeah. And you think they were sitting there? Do you think they were sitting there doing the same thing to the Edomite woman? Fuck no. Fuck no, they weren't, man. They just took the Edomite woman's fucking word for it. But in the kingdom, we gon' see exactly where y'all pain tolerance is at, man. exactly where it's at. We're gonna know exactly how far to push you.
They did some experiments on the so-called white woman, but they didn't do as many as they did on the black woman. 'Cause the white woman, because like I said, they wanted to test the pain tolerance. So when they did C-sections on a white woman, they wanted to see how much pain that she could take, and they found out that black women were able to take more pain. But the thing is that with the black woman, they didn't only just do that, man. They did a lot of other foul shit to the
Hysterectomies
black
with no
woman, like,
anesthesia.
hysterectomies and all that shit to black women. Even though the so-called white woman was heavily a part of that shit.
Yeah. And that's why the Lord's gonna sit here and actually fucking put it up to put you devils in slavery, man. To put you under us. That should terrify you devils, man.
Yep.
That one day, the same ones that you fucking persecuted, you show no mercy,
Like
you
they
gonna be put under us, man.
y'all was these devils was doing Jake fucked up. That's why I don't understand a lot of you so-called blacks, man. I don't understand how you try to put us or try to put them on the same level as us, man. They was doing some horrific shit, some gruesome shit that if you was to see it today, you was to actually bear witness to it. Like one brother said, if you could actually take a glimpse back to the past, you would throw up, man.
Yeah,
you will really fucking hate these Edomites, man. Right now, because it's not being done to you, that's the reason why you're saying what you're saying, man. But if it was being done to you, the same thing, your ass will have a different point of view on things. Just like when we always bring up the book, Delectable Negro, what they did to the dude just for dropping a goddamn vase, man. They cut his ass up from feet to torso, man.
Made his brother hold him.
They cut his head off, right? They made his brother hold him. Then they tossed his body into the furnace, man. So the
in front of all the slaves,
right in front of all the slaves.
They locked them in first. Mm-hmm. They locked all the slaves in one small ass house, and all of them had to wash them. Get cut up. Somebody they worked with every day. They knew. They saw as a brother. They loved. They had to wash that shit.
And then think about all the men, the buck breaking. Think about all the men that they held down in the different positions for easy access. They say that's, and if a lot of you motherfuckers don't know, these words that we use actually comes from that shit, man.
Yeah.
Like easy access.
Yeah.
The reason why we even know about easy access is because that's what they did to Jake. When they tied down a black man, they tied him down in a way for easy access. That's what they called it, easy access. And they would do it in front of his wife, his kids, and all his friends, which led to a lot of suicides for Jake.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of you people, like they be having in these slavery movies, they only have Jake get whipped, right, or get hung.
That's people's understanding of slavery.
Right, but y'all really don't know the depths of what these devils were really doing to our people.
Yeah, well, there's a reason that the scripture says that the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. And able every day, man. And when the Lord said that vengeance burns in his heart, man. Vengeance burns in his heart, man. So payback, man. Payback to you devils, man, who did all those fucking atrocities to our people, man. You know, and bro, it's beautiful too because the scripture's saying that the Most High requireth that which is past. So hey, it's gonna be a horrific destruction to this place, man. The horrible plagues that are coming to this place. Hey, bro, it's gonna be the worst suffering that has ever been upon the face of the earth.
Hey, Jake babies, they will put Jake babies in boiling hot water alive, and they will hear it. They will watch it as it screamed and moved around in the boiling pot until it got quiet.
Yeah, they used to circus games. You know, the one with the bottles of baseball. That was they used to put hit the nigger babies. Yeah, that's what it was called. Hit the nigger baby. Yep. And they used to fucking Esau be pictures today, man. Throwing them fucking 100-mile-per-hour balls.
Hey,
while the mother's behind this fucking screen crying and bawling her eyes out.
Yep. And just like they did with that, I don't know if it was a TV show or a movie, but they put the Edomites waited until the husband went to work. They put her baby in
cat in the bag.
Yeah, cat in the bag, and they swung her baby around, and then they was throwing the baby to each other, swinging it around and shit, like it was nothing, man.
What was that show called?
And then they had her on the ground, and they raped her ass, man. So it just, they show little glimpses of shit in movies that they did to Jake, man.
Yeah.
But you black ass niggas sit here talking about some equality and shit.
Or talking about fucking reparations. How is $300,000 gonna pay back all that?
All that, right? All
They
that
probably
death, pain.
hundreds of millions and billions.
Bro, they made off of one Jake slave, and you compare the wealth from then to today, they made off of one slave for one cotton growing season, almost $1 million off of one slave. You do the numbers, you do the fucking calculation from the conversion from the wealth that day to the wealth of this day. They made almost $1 million, and y'all getting $300,000. What about the bloodshed? What about your parents getting put to death? You think they be in the grave right now, cool with you just taking $300,000 of felling fucking money?
And the fucked up part is too, Ak, is that a lot of the slave owners in the movies, they show them all looking bummy and shit.
Yeah.
They did not look like that, man. They was in big ass homes. They had a lot of dogs and shit. And they had up to about like 4 or 5, 6 slave watchers, and they was well dressed in suits and shit. So the same people that y'all deemed that was civilized, right, in their little suits and ties, were the same people that was doing this type of shit.
In the South, they had customs to follow French, what is it called? I forgot what they call it, but how they set down the place and everything
French
like
decor.
that. But that shit's not cheap. Fucking silverware back there was really silverware.
Right.
They would have changes of silverware, from salad forks to dinner forks to spoons. That's not cheap.
And
Different changes. They train slaves to be literally like world-class butlers.
Right.
That's not cheap.
That's not cheap. And the crazy thing is, man, is that you had, people get all happy. Abraham Lincoln released us, and he helped us get free, and the North helped us, and they didn't do shit, man. None of that they did was for you niggas, man. They had to do it because you niggas kept rebelling. There was too many niggas like Nat Turner coming up, and they was afraid. The North was afraid that same hatred and death will come to the North. So they had no choice. Shit, even when the war even happened, they needed Jake, or they would never even won a war, man. That's why they put Jake in the front fucking lines, man. They care for you niggas so much. Why did they put you niggas in the front line, man? Why didn't they put their own people in the front line and left you niggas in the back to handle the rest of them, man? Not even that, but the North showed how much they hated you niggas. What about, the Jim Crow law? What about segregation? A lot of the people from the North was coming to the South doing the same shit that the South was doing to you niggas, man. A lot of you niggas is stupid as fuck, man. The people from the North loved what was happening to you niggas, man. They wanted to keep you niggas in slavery too.
They just wanted a little bit of a cut of the pie.
That's it.
And you also, when you go back and think about even now today, what do they do to you now? They put Jake in a high position to control who? The rest of you. They give him just a little bit of trinkets to make them happy, just keep you in line. Because what movie was I watching? Blood and Bone, and the white man, the Edomite, said something. He says, we're entertained by how high you can jump, how fast you can run, but you'll never sit at the table with us. You'll never be equal to us. You'll never sit at the table. But we're entertained by you. We'll have you work for us. And so your own people will look down upon you, or how you say, like I just said, your own people will look up at you, and you control your own people.
And it's fucked up too, man, because you could, if you work at a job today and you have a Jake, and a lot of times, HR, a lot of HR be women, women Jake, they be women Jake, even shit. And if you have Jake in a position to be a manager or supervisor or some shit like that, them motherfuckers will come against you more than Esau will, man.
Yep.
And I've been in positions like that. Like, I damn near had to argue with my own people about, because I got hurt, and my back was hurting, my foot started hurting and shit like that, sciatica. And I had to be out of work for a couple days. And I'm thinking, you know, well, I not really thinking like that, but, you know, I'm like, man, maybe this nigga helped me out. You know what I'm saying? This dude, Chris, he came more against me than the owners of the company, man. This dude came up with many excuses of why he didn't want to pay me, man.
Came in like mammy.
And I'm looking at this nigga and I'm saying, I'm looking at this nigga, he don't know how much hatred I have for his ass. But in my head, I was wishing that the Most High kill this motherfucking ass. Yep. I'm like, I hope the Most High kill you black ass niggas that come so highly against your own people, man.
Because that's what Esau tries to. That's what Esau wants, man, is to create the perfect Jake puppet. Because that's what they've done, man. If they're able to control such a great and powerful people, then they're the ultimate one in power, right? Yep. So that's what he's done, man. He's giving you this so-called Emancipation Proclamation, but look how much the debt has raised since then, man. You see, he's taken away those physical chains, but replaced them with mental chains, man. That's why we go in and day out to what? Slave our whole lives away, man. Building up this economy and digging deeper and deeper into our pockets of debt, which is furthering Esau's power, man. You see? So the whole everything's just turned upside down out here, man. And we've been made to be what? The servants of this system, man. That's why they would get in slavery. They pick certain jakes that would be they would use to go capture and catch different Israelites that were running away, man. Yep. Because they were able to control these individuals like Stevie, man.
Yep. Sorry ass niggas. You can't trust a nigga to save your ass, man. Nope. When the Lord said never trust thy enemy, he's talking about them niggas too. Yep. You can't trust these niggas either, man, because these niggas be trying to lick Esau's ass too. If you find a business, if you find a nigga in a business, you use that nigga for what you use him for. Use him to make a little bit of money and that's it. Don't befriend that nigga. Don't treat that nigga like a friend or nothing like that, man. Use that nigga to get in a position that you want to get into and then walk away from that nigga, man. Because Jake, man, he's not worth trusting. That nigga will dime you out in a heartbeat, man.
Every man has a plan. Scripture say.
Just to be a better slave.
Just to be a better slave. You know, like I just do Jose, man. When I used to work at Homer Electric, that dude Jose was a motherfucking slave for real. And he was already they was already trying to retire this dude, man. They was giving him retirement papers, telling him to retire and shit. But he was a good slave, man. He was snitching, and if you didn't do something, he would snitch you out in a heartbeat, man. He would snitch you out in a heartbeat. You got Jakes, man, that's just willing to be slaves for the. If it was up to 2/3 of our people, we would be slaves forever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, they try harder because they're trying to please Esau, man.
Yep.
This is I got a couple quick ones. This is
slaves forever.
Exodus 11:7. It says, "But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel," man. So there's a difference between us and these heathen nations, man. All right. The difference is that the Heavenly Father has put a target on the back of those who come against the Israelites, because He's put His name on us, man. Not even a dog to lift its tongue. You see, and they've done more than allow their dogs to bark at us, man.
Yeah.
So they got a heavy judgment coming. And again, difference than the Hamite. You see, the Hamite being the Egyptian, there wasn't there. They don't say nothing about that, man. Yeah. But you Israelites, there is a judgment, a specific horrific judgment for those that come against you, man. All right, which is why the scriptures say what? Psalms 137 in verse 8, it says, "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little one against the stones." Because again, that's what they did to us, man. They're cutting the womb open of our women and letting the baby come out so they could stomp it out, man. And these are all things that we've encountered in previous times, man.
Man, a lot of you traitor ass niggas, man. I wish the Most High put an Edomite spirit.
Because you got to think about that, man. The scriptures say what? That the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. So in all these lives, whoever the elect may be, Lord willing, we be of that number. But whoever they be, man, in all these lives, they've been catching L's, man.
Yep.
You see, they've had a different spirit than that get along, than that Stevie, than that serve Esau type of spirit, man. So just imagine the type of wrath that the Heavenly Father is going to stir your mind up into remembrance from all these lives that you've endured, the damn devil having his hands on us, man.
Man.
That's some wrath, man.
This is Isaiah 3:15. What mean ye that ye beat my people?
Start up.
14. Isaiah 3:14. The Lord will enter into
13.
Isaiah 3:13. The Lord standeth up to plead and standeth to judge the people. The Lord will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people and the princes thereof. For ye have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your house.
And these devils have eaten up Jake. Fully devoured Jake, like the scriptures say. Fully fucking devoured Jake.
What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor?
You see, that's what these devils have done. Continually beat us to fucking pieces, man. Literally, bro.
And mentally.
Yeah. And when, like the brother said, hey, when the literal beating was over, these devils made up all type of laws to crush your fucking spirit, man. Everything from one hell to the next. It was crazy. Like Jake was literally thought they got over fucking redlining, got over Jim Crow, and something new came. Then the crack era came. Right? Crack era was over. What?
Crack, heroin.
3 strike laws came. Right? Drop that. Get that. Isaiah 50.
Jeremiah 50 and verse 7. And it says all that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not.
That's what Esau's done, man. They said they didn't offend. They really think that like what they were doing was all on the Lord's say so and plan. This is what was right. It's right for an Edomite to fucking rule over Israelite. That's what they think. Keep going, right?
It says, we offend not because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh.
Hey, they justify fucking you up because you fucked them. Ain't that a devil, bro? Yeah, I'm doing what's good because, well, you niggas are fuck ups anyway. That's Esau. That's his fucking mindset, bro. But at the end of the day, the Lord's gonna be the one that's gonna judge this, right? He said, I gave my people into thy hand, and I cast away all pity, right? But the Lord was gonna set us in order before your eyes, and that's what's happening. So now that we've been set in order, right, and the Lord is gonna perfect us in these days. Once that perfection is done, like the scriptures say, having in readiness to recompense tribulation to those that trouble you, right? When your obedience is fulfilled, right? To avenge all disobedience, man. Roughly paraphrasing. Go ahead, Al.
It says, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice. It says, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers, remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans. This is Zechariah 11 and
Got it.
Zechariah 11. I'm trying to see if I can start up. This is verse.
Still going? Still going?
Yeah.
Verse 4. And it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, on my power feed the flock to the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Hey, look, man. So they slay and hold themselves not guilty, man. So they truly think that they truly think that they are doing the right thing, and so that's how they used the Bible back in the slavery days, you know. So they would bring out certain precepts to bring out to the slaves
Justify their wickedness.
to justify the wickedness, and they would bring out certain precepts like
Slaves obey thy masters.
yeah, that bro, I said from the
Hey,
water.
and-
Man, I couldn't find out, how it was
Slave
worded.
Bible.
Yeah.
Slave Bible.
Slave
Right,
Bible.
there you go.
That's why it says in the book of Psalms, what do we ye that you take out my word? How does it go? Psalms 50 and 12. You know what I'm talking about? Right? They cast the Lord's word behind their back, man. Like, why the fuck are you devils picking it up? Because they justified everything with the scriptures. They showed you that in Django. And that scene where he was whipping the nigga woman. And he sat there and said, I will put that little fat, the brothers that he went to kill. He said, he had the little Bible scriptures posted up on himself. He read out the scriptures. He said, I'll put that fear and dread upon all the creatures of the earth. Before he's about to whoop you, these devils sat there and acted like they the people, man. They put themselves in that position, but the Lord's about to rip these fucking devils out.
Hey, and that shows you how they selected a particular Jake, right? And they gave him that slave Bible so he could be the mouthpiece of the Bible to you Israelites, man. They hand selected a particular Israelite to do that, and that's exactly what they do in this modern plantation Christianity, man. They go and indoctrinate you according to the world, so you could go and be that mouthpiece again and build these people up in that plantation doctrine.
They did that in Birth of a Nation.
Yep. All right, bro. Give me Genesis 49. Because at the end of the day, man, the Lord's going to raise 49 and 8. At the end of the day, the Lord's going to raise us up. And just to put you fucking devils down, man, that's what's going to happen. That's what's so beautiful. Is know that we're fucking catching these L's. Pretty soon, the Lord's going to raise us up, man. We're going to be handing out L's. But
It's Genesis 49 and verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be on the neck of thine enemies.
Right, and having your hand in the neck of thy enemies represents having full control over them, man. Putting them fucking down, man. Remember your pops used to grab you in the back of the neck, yank your ass up. That's exactly what we're gonna do to the fucking heathen, man.
Going on, it says, thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp, whom thy prey, my son, thou art gone up.
You see? We're gonna be a lion's whelp, man. Hey, Judah is gonna sit here and be the first one to get their lick, right? It's gonna happen, man. Jake is gonna fucking turn in that. He's gonna be raised up from that old lion stake, and the Lord's gonna make Judah a terror to all them around about, right?
And that happened once already in the flesh, right? Judah came up and started moving against Esau, and now it's going to happen in the flesh, man. That's why I said I'll raise up the tents of Judah first, to cause the rest of us tribes to wake up and come out of this slave mentality that we've all been driven into, man.
Because everything started with the Judite, man. All the fucking movies, music, right? When Judah started rapping, Issachar started getting into, Gad started getting into, right? Judah got into the boxing scene, everybody else pulled up into it, right? Everything started with Judah, man. Everything, man. The fucking rock and roll era started with fucking Judah, man. You had Tutti Frutti, hey, you had jazz, all
Country too.
right? It's all gonna start with Judah, man. You're seeing Judah is getting tired of these last days, man. They fucking wilding out. They don't give a fuck no more. And the Lord's only gonna increase that when more and more hell starts coming. Hey, Jake is gonna rise up, man. You devils will fucking come after that.
I got one. Going on, verse 9, finished it off, it says, thou art gone up, he stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
Yep.
So that's what Judah's like, man, that lion. Like that, hey, what does that other scripture say in the smaller prophets book? That Israel's gonna be as a lion among sheep, man. You see? So he's gonna bring out manifest that lion spirit within Judah once again, man. Going on, verse 10, and it said, "What? Who shall rouse him up?" Meaning what? That lion mentality's in Judah, but Esau has created a slave out of us, man. So where does that lion mentality come out? Against each other, man. You know, and I used to think that even when I was in the world, man, I used to notice that, I'll go walk up and I'll see a Southern Kingdom Jake, and we'd be ready to fight, man, just naturally. But you go around Esau and you ain't like that, man. In fact, you go to work and you bow down to Esau. Hey, how could I serve you better today, E? So again, he's abolished these physical chains and created the mental ones, man. Well, the Heavenly Father's gonna rouse up Judah again as that lion, as he's supposed to be, like the scriptures say, who will I'll raise you up, sons of Israel, against thou sons of Greece, man. This goes all the way back to this damn cracker, man. His current beast system that he has today.
Look at 2 Samuel chapter 22 and verse 41, and it says, "Thou hast given me the neck of." It's like it says, "Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me."
You see, the Lord's going to give us the neck of our enemies, that we can destroy those that hate us. And what hated us? The tabernacles of Edom, Ishmael, Moab, the Hagarenes. The scriptures give you the fucking tribes, the tribes of the heathen that went against us in Psalms the 83rd chapter, bro. Right? So the Lord is going to give us the neck of our enemies and those that hated us, man. Keep going.
This is verse 43, and it says, "Then did I beat them." It says, "Then did I beat them as small as the dust of the earth. I did stamp them as the mire of the street, and did spread them abroad." Man,
that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna fucking beat y'all down, stamp you, and spread you fucking abroad. That's in the book of Daniel, when it talks about the mountain that smoked the statue, right? You know what I'm talking about? It's Daniel's. Man, start up on that again.
God, this is 2 Samuel 22 and verse 41, and it says, "Thou hast given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They," it says, "they looked, but there was none to save." Salakia, it says, "They looked, but there was none to save, even unto Yahweh, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them as small as the dust of the earth. I did stamp them as the mire of the street, and did spread them abroad." You know, and to back that one up, bro, there's one in Baruch. You know, it says, it says basically in due time that our foot shall be on the necks of our enemies, man. You know?
Give me Daniel 2 you got it? 2 and 34.
So Daniel 2 and 34 says, "Thou sawest till that stone was cut out without hands."
Talking about the chariot of the Lord.
"Which smote the image upon his feet,
right? That
were of iron and clay."
That's that last kingdom that we're in right now, man. Just like you read in the book of Samuel, man. We're gonna beat them small and spread them
and break them into pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken in pieces together.
All the rulerships of the fucking heathen, man. All those that hated us, man. Keep going.
And became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain, and filled the whole earth.
And that stone that became a great mountain and filled the whole earth, that's talking about Israel, man. Right? We're going to put you devils down. The Lord is going to put you devils down first. Right? And we're going to grow into this great kingdom, man. We're going to grow into a great kingdom, and you devils will never get another rise again. Go ahead and appreciate that.
Micah 4 and verse. I'm going to start down on verse 13. It says, we'll go to verse 12. It says, "But they know not the thoughts of the Lord, neither understand they his counsel, for he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Arise and thresh," which is going hand in hand with Daniel 2. It says, "And thou shalt beat in pieces many people,
and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth.
Yeah, we're gonna rightly fix our foots in y'all asses, right? Kick you up, beat you down, fucking put you in chains, throw you in dark holes and pits, send animals and wild beasts after you. It's gonna be everything, man. We're gonna throw the whole kitchen sink at you.
Hey, bro, check this out. Last night, bro, I was watching the new Jurassic Park. I think it's called
Dominion.
Yeah, and so they got trapped. In these tunnels, man. You know, so they were like, oh, you know, there's probably nothing down here, you know. And then right out of nowhere, fucking lizard dinosaur
Yeah.
coming out the holes of the caves, fucking chasing their asses, man. You know, I thought, hey, bro, I thought it was gonna be two devils, man. You know, but then they approached the caves and shit, right? And so they were begging to be let out. Help us! Hey, bro, that shit was just coming right from behind them, man. You know.
And just jump back to verse 1. It says, but in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established, that same mountain, that same hill, right? It says, on the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it.
Mm-hmm. Exalted above the hills, man. We're no longer going to be a base fucking people. The scriptures tell you, they shall say, this is a people whom the Lord is with, man. Go ahead and get your
This
precepts.
is Ezekiel 25:14. And it says, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
That's a beautiful song right there, man. That's part of the song, right? You go to the book of Revelation, they sing the song. That's part of the song, man. We singing it to you. The Lord's going to give us the power to put hands on you fucking devils, man.
Hey, because that's even more beautiful, man. It's one thing, right? You getting beat up by the bully at the playground, and your older brother comes and gets him for you, but your older brother's letting you get your licks in, man.
Yeah.
He's letting us get that satisfaction of that vengeance in our own hands, man. That's why the Revelation 2 and so like at 13 and 10 ends with, here's the patience and the faith of the saints, because every single one of you enemies, man, we know we're gonna be able to wring your goddamn neck, man.
Shake the shit out of you.
Like Bart Simpson.
Like Bart Simpson.
And they shall do in Edom according to my anger.
According to whose anger? The Lord's anger, man. Because the Lord has been watching all this shit. The scriptures tell you in the book of Psalms, the Lord bottles up all our tears in a bottle. Right? So every fucking piece of sorrow that we've had over all these lifetimes, the Lord said he's going to require the blood even from a righteous Lot. Right? Or righteous Abel. Right? The Lord's going to require all that blood. The Lord's been looking. He had his eyes throughout the world. The angels been reporting. Yeah, they did this to them too. They did this to them too, Lord. They did this to them too. Right? That's what the scriptures tell you. The Lord has kept his, the Lord is long time holding his peace. And now shall he travail as a wailing woman. He's going to give us the anger of the Lord. Right? You're not going to be able to fucking satisfy the anger of the Lord, man.
You don't hear a woman giving birth and she's just quiet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It is like a library. No, man, she's screaming at the top of her lungs. If somebody's close, she might grab their ass, man.
Come here. Yeah. Bro, it's gonna be a type of fucking hell you devils can't imagine, man. The Lord is gonna give us his anger, bro. That means he doesn't have to have pity. The Lord put out his angels to sit here and say in Ezekiel 9:4, right? Go you through the midst of them to smite, spare you not having any pity. We're gonna have that type of anger. We're not even the age of the person we're putting hell on is gonna affect you. Right? Go ahead.
And it says, according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord God.
Yep, and you're going to know the vengeance of the Lord, man. We're going to get down, man. Go ahead.
This is Baruch 4, and I will begin at verse 21. And it says, be of good cheer, O my children, cry to the Lord, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. And verse 22 it says, for my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you, and joy has come unto me from the Holy One. Because it says, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from me, Salakia, which shall come unto you from the everlasting, our Savior. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. And conversely, how was shot, man? Hey, bro, you know, we are in a time of a periodic punishment, man. You know, it's not, okay, this punishment is not forever, bro. We're not always going to have to work for fucking Esau's bitch ass, man. Okay, we're not always going to have, you know, to be subject to paying for rent, okay, paying for water, okay, you know, paying for these foods that are fucking trash. Okay, we are going to be saved out of this, you know, this captivity, man. Because this is a captivity still, man. You know, it says in what is that, Baruch 2, you know, at 32, man. You know, oh, it's not 32.
Let me get this for you. What you said. This is Jeremiah 3:12. It says, "Go and proclaim these words toward the north, and say, Return, thou backsliding Israel, say Yahweh, I will not cause my anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, say Yahweh, and I will not keep anger forever."
Hey, look, it says He will not keep anger forever. Okay, we are in a, you know, we are, it's lucky, bro. We are in the state that we are in because He is angry with us.
Yeah.
Okay, but prophecy is happening. Okay, and you know, and Jacob's waking up and repenting and doing the will of Yahweh Shai. So therefore, you know, His anger is turning away from us and towards the oppressors, man. You know, towards the heathen, man. Okay, this is going back in Baruch 4, continuing on, 4:24, and it says, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power. Shortly, man, our salvation is gonna come, bro. You will see us flying, man. You will see us flying. Hey, bro, you know, and hopefully that would be of those men.
Scripture tell you, who are these that fly as clouds?
Hey, wow, bro.
Right? You know, hey, the Lord's gonna give us the power, bro.
Hey, bro,
this world ain't ready to see what Jake's gonna do with that power, because Jake got imagination, man. When the Lord gives us the power, like we had once had, man, the fucking heathen are through, bro. There's not gonna be one thought, not one fucking peak that you devils will be able to ever fucking say again, man. It's gonna be shut the fuck up. As soon as you open your mouth, shut the fuck up.
Because we're created to harness that power, man.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get that power back. It's gonna fit perfect right in your hand, because that's natural, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
So you're gonna see the world flourish, man.
Yep. It says, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory. With great glory, man. That's why brothers talk about spiritual power, man, because it's going to be great glory, man.
Hey, Yahweh said it himself. His word said, I do say you be great.
Yep.
Right? Wasn't the Lord sitting there moving through whole crowds of people, evading them? They tried to push him off the cliff, and the Lord
Hey, and when Lord was able, you know, and when Lord was able to manipulate the elements.
Yeah. You know, Jake was in there trying to fucking grab him too.
He raised Lazarus from the dead.
Yep.
Man.
And there's things that he did that's not written in the book.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, you had that one woman that all she did was touch his garment and got healed, man. And he even felt the power leave his body.
Wow.
That's what kind of level. That's what kind of level the elect are gonna be on, man. And greater.
You join heirs with Yahweh Shai, man.
Hey, the scripture says that we're gonna move like sparks among the stubble.
Hey, bro, that's when these devils get, you know, get the water, bro. They fucking speak, man. This is verse 25, and it says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. Look, see, okay, to prove the point, you know, that He is now pissed off with us, but not forever. Okay, it says, for thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. So we are going to be on top of you devils, man, with our foot upon your fucking neck, man. Say, shut your ass up, man.
Hey, you know that Captain Morgan shit?
Yeah.
That's how we gonna be like that Captain Morgan.
Post it like this. Big old fucking smile, too.
Hey, we gonna be big, bro. We gonna be big, man. So when we rest our feet
Size
on you,
20
it's
foot.
gonna feel like fucking
Size 20 foot.
fucking 300 pounds or something.
Of muscle.
And if you got someone's neck, you in full control of that person.
Yeah.
Full control.
Hey, think about the animals, what they gonna see when they see us do it. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember that. That's how they had us. Yeah. Let's get on that.
All creation waiting for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High, man. All the world is waiting for us to be put up. Right? Even these fucking heathens, they just don't know it yet.
Hey, you had that woman a long time ago begging us
Yeah.
to be put back in that position.
Yep.
Because they know, hey, the scripture says for Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning that fellow.
Yeah.
The only thing that's really going to bring life to the earth is Jacob being put back in that power seat.
Hey,
And these heathen know the real history, bro. They know who makes this world tick, bro.
Yeah.
They really do. They look at the music. They look at the art, right?
Craft.
They look at the technology that's come forward. They know who's the ones who made up the important shit for that, man.
Hey, bro,
Well, now
They
you
know
got
who
all of
mercy
these,
comes
you
from.
got all these peons in these different nations that's saying that black people are the chosen people.
Yep.
They saying that they just need to wake up. They need to wake up to who they are as a people.
Yeah.
Well, we are, because it's prophesied for us to wake up. You know, if you go to the book of Baruch 2:31, it tells you they shall know themselves in the land of their captivity. So we're waking up to who we are in the land of our captivity. We're finding out that we are the true people. We're the Israelites. That's why, you know, they're taking down our videos anytime that we're talking about these small hats, and they saying that it's Semitic, right? Because they know they're not the true people. If they were the true people, then why ain't the prophecies coming to pass?
Yep.
Why is there still war on the earth? Why don't y'all have, you know, that spiritual power like the Bible talks about, right? Why ain't y'all flying around? Why ain't y'all, right, moving amongst sparks in the stubble? Well, why ain't that happening to you small hats? Because you're not a true people. The true people are scattered among the earth, right? Still calling themselves after other nations, right? Still with the slave mentality. So it just goes to show you that the prophecy of our people, you know, having that spiritual power and having the kingdom of heaven have not happened yet, man. And that's all we're waiting for. And it's happening on a small level because now we have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what the Bible actually speaking about. And people are hating it. People are hating, you know, the people that hate that we're waking up are the people that love America.
Yeah. Or the ones that just hate the
Or
two-thirds
just,
of Jake.
right.
They hate the two-thirds of Jake. And the reason why they hate us by default so much because we are the children of the Lord, but also because the wicked of our people is still here. Fucking up the atmosphere, man.
Right, you got niggas who love jumping out of vehicles, shooting other niggas, man. You got niggas who love, you know, fucking robbing other niggas. You got niggas who love being rappers and adulterers and shit.
And what's not to hate about that, man? So it comes easy to the fucking evil.
As soon as Esau comes before them, they're little bitches, man.
Yep.
I saw a video Snoop Dogg put up, and it said like the modern gangsters under police pressure, and this dude was fucking crying, had tears coming off his eyes, man, telling on his friend everything. The cop called him a couple times. Well, if you don't tell me, then you gonna get in trouble. Oh man, you can't do
that
me
nigga.
like that.
Hey, that nigga gets
He's like, oh, this is the
like a
name.
motherfucker.
This is where he chills. This is his mama. This is his grandma.
Hey, Jake don't give a damn about gunning one of his people down, but be scared as hell of Esau, man. Hey, scared out of his goddamn wits. You don't see Esau in Chicago gunning down white people.
They go to schools for that.
Right? Right. Right? You go to school for that.
Schools and churches.
Tiny targets.
Mass shootings and shit.
Hey, bro, you know what's bad? When South Park, when they make a bunch of episodes and the teachers, is teaching the students and shit, and here, all these gunshots in the background, and the teacher's just still teaching like, oh, it's okay, children. It's okay. You know,
It's okay, children.
It's okay, children. You know, cops come, cops break in the door and shit. They look, and then they go right back to teaching. That's how you know it's bad, bro. That's how you know it's fucking.
It's okay, children.
It's okay.
Mass
children.
shooting.
Hey, bro, I got this one, man. This is Proverbs 29 and verse 2. And so it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Nobody's rejoicing, man.
Nope.
People are hey, bro, people are in a constant state of stress about rent. Okay, about being the, okay, about being to work on time and shit. Because traffic's so fucking bad here, man.
Hey, and it's cold too, because me and that brother who wanted had damn near the same dream, where basically we both get the power. Well, I think in mine I got the power, and he got saved and then put back in the earth, so he got to walk around and see things. And when I came back to the earth after I was done destroying niggas and shit, I was walking through the people. And before I got the power to start fucking people up, everybody's pissed, angry, fucking like real demonic aura on people. And when I came back after the destruction was happening, things were peaceful. Somebody told me the dream is just so much better now. And I was like, whoa. And the brother you wanted said the same thing happened at the end of his dream. They said it's so much better now.
Yeah, bro.
There has to be a war in order for there to be peace, man.
Yep.
Esau ain't gonna just give up the world and bow down to Yahweh Shem
Yeah, be a
Yahweh Shai,
peaceful
man.
transition type shit.
Yeah.
You know, this is
Nah, hell nah, because he know what he's going to be giving up.
Yep.
He going to be giving up all them riches, all that gold,
everything.
all that silver,
Everything they have.
all them damn diamonds and shit he got, right? The world, he ain't going to be able to get on them helicopters no more. Them private jets,
No more child sacrifices.
right? No more child sacrifices, no more molesting kids and shit.
No more of that shit.
No more Bohemian Grove with the aisles and shit.
Everything you devils did will be no more. No more. The scriptures even say that you're going to be as free.
Hey,
Right?
everyone says that the former world shall pass away and shall not be remembered.
Ain't that
Shall not
beautiful,
come
man?
into mind.
Ain't no more worrying about all this stress, this debt the brother's talking about, man. I was did that a lesson on that. Every 34 seconds, someone dies from a heart disease, man. Which heart disease is conspired off of stress.
Yep.
You got a dude at my work just went in there and threw a bomb inside of their establishment, man. He threw bombs in there, and then he went to his church and threw bombs in there.
Damn.
And then shot his woman and then himself, man.
Damn.
Hey, the Lord put a spirit on his ass. He was on a mission.
Get to that nuclear plant.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
Like that on the nuclear
And the
plant.
Most High made mockery out of him because none of them bombs went off.
Damn.
He basically broke a couple windows and killed his woman and committed suicide, man.
For
Why'd he
nothing.
do that? Because this system is fucked up, man. That was an Edomite. That was an Edomite, man.
Damn, his bombs didn't go off.
Damn. Damn, that nigga should have studied more.
Should have studied a little more. You should have said fuck it and just hit it manually.
But
It
guess
goes
what?
red to blue, it go kaboom.
But guess
Red
what?
to yellow, that shit is mellow.
Had he been an Israelite, had he served Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he would get that. He would get the win he was trying to get anyway,
Yeah.
but just the right way, man.
Yeah.
That's what we're waiting on.
Damn, that nigga made a bomb.
Suffering patiently, man. Suffering patiently.
Wow, bro.
He said, no. Like Call of Duty shit.
Hey, the scriptures tell you, the Lord created the spirits for the dead.
Hey, guess
man.
what, too, man? He was a Mormon.
Man.
He was a
Oh,
Mormon
man.
church. He went and put
Man.
bombs in.
Hey,
They
all
gotta
praises
know,
for
yeah.
real.
Hey, you know what's cold
Fucking
too?
Mormon church.
My woman was watching some documentary on Mormons, and I guess it was something about some salamander letters or something like that. But apparently, when that shit was going around, the salamander letters were popping up. They was bombing churches and shit to try to fucking hide them. So hey, that's a Mormon right there. That's through and through. Motherfuckers is always about bombs. Even before Ishmael. The Allah Akbars and shit. Them niggas is first.
The I like bars. The I like bars.
Oh my God. Golly, failures. That's what they are. Mormons are failures. Failed at making that bomb right there. God damn, man. You got your precept?
No, I had
You got yours?
Yeah, I got one. This is Micah chapter 7 and verse 15. It says, according to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt will I show unto him marvelous things. And when we came out of Egypt, we had all type of different ways that the Heavenly Father was miraculously delivering us, man. You see, Jake was complaining about food. All of a sudden, he brings all these, what are they, man? They got them out here, those birds.
I know you're talking about, not pheasants,
yeah.
Oh, they took my tongue. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, but anyway, he brings all them birds over, and it's for them to feast on, man. Moses with the water out of the rock, man. Yeah, Yahweh had him strike his staff on it, man.
Quail.
Yeah, quail.
He brought a whole lot of quail.
As aid. So just like he was able to deliver them quail on that day, guess what? And this time, he's going to be able to do the same thing for his servants, man.
Well, it's going to take some chicken right there.
Again, I see them all the time. It's crazy. I ain't never seen a wild quail ever. I see them all the time out here just running around. And they can't even fly, right? Or they can barely fly?
They can fly.
Man, you could probably, one just might walk right up to you and you just grab them. Going on verse 16, it says,
Fast as fuck.
the nations shall see and be confounded at all their might. They shall lay their hand upon their mouth, their ears shall be deaf. They're going to be in a state of utter, surprise, man, shock, right? Seeing what's going to become of these Israelites, man. Verse 17, it says, they shall lick the dust like a serpent. Going back to this devil's, what the Heavenly Father told him in the garden, right?
Back in that confused ass state.
It says, they shall be afraid of Yahweh, our power, and shall fear because of thee. Who is a power like unto thee that pardoneth iniquity and passeth by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage? He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy. He will turn again. He will have compassion upon us. He will subdue our iniquities, and thou wilt cast their sins into the depths of the sea.
That's the sure mercies of David, bro. Right? Where the Lord is going to sit here and forgive all our iniquities. Blessed is he to whom iniquity is not imparted. Right?
Thou wilt perform the truth of Jacob to Jacob, and the mercy to Abraham, which thou hast sworn unto our fathers from the days of old. And that's why what is that? Micah, is that Micah 3, where he says, because I change not, therefore you sons of Israel have not been consumed. Right, so hey, he changes not, meaning he's made this promise to Abraham, and he's remembered this promise. And that's why you see us waking up out of this madness, man. Otherwise we'd be out here teaching some kind of, weird stuff, man. Some type of bugged out worldly doctrine, man.
The new covenant. We already in.
Yeah, nonsense.
So we're living proof to the mercies of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and that Yahushai is, man.
Yep. Give me that. Look at that.
This is from the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse, I'll start at 25, and it says, 24? I'll start at 24, and it says,
25.
sorry. It says, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
See,
and these are the words of Yahushua, man.
Yep, for your desire to the Lord, for your obedience to his word, the Lord is going to give you power over the nations.
And
man.
reward, man.
That's great, man. Power over the nations, that means you control shit now, man. That's what we're working for. The Lord's going to give that to us. Boy,
verse 27, it reads, it says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Rod of iron, man. That rod of iron they sit there and fucking cuddle you with, bro. Beat the brakes off your ass, bro.
Yeah.
It's like in Transformers. I think it's Age of Extinction, man. They're on the ship of the Knights. And so he pushes the sword and shit. Hey, bro. So a whole cluster of weapons is there, man. You know, so that's what, hey, but we're gonna have an arsenal of beating y'all asses with, man.
Hey, it's just like that that video we saw in my house from Tazar. The dude hit me
Oh
on the
yeah,
head.
the fucking stick.
Hey, we gonna be.
Bugs Bunny?
Nah, there's this video where this dude, like, they were in like some martial art. Dude is standing up and these niggas like sitting down with a stick, hitting the fuck out their head, and it's supposed to dodge at the last minute.
Yeah, but this was dodge.
Hey,
Right in the last
fucking
second,
them
like,
up. That's how we gonna
yeah, like
be.
they
We
have
be
some
fucking
sort
y'all
of
up, bro.
spidey sense or something, man. This is Revelation 2:27. It says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
Completely fucking destroyed, and that's what we're gonna do, yo. Completely fucking destroyed. Finish it up.
It says, even as I received of my Father, and I will give him the morning star.
See, even as the Lord received his Father, you can drop that. Going back to Psalms, I believe it's Psalms or Proverbs, the first and second chapter. Go ahead and get that.
This is 2 Maccabees 7:33. And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastity.
For our chastity. The Lord is only angry for a little bit. It's only been half a day with the Lord, man. Only half a day. But,
and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants.
Yet shall he be at one again with his servants, man. So there's going to be a day soon when the Lord is going to come back to us and deal with us directly, face to face. Right? And that's when you devils are fucking put out in this earth.
Being caught up to the clouds with the Lord, man.
The Lord willing us to edify them, say, call law. Yeah,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash.
Shalom.
Shalom.